Johnson, there's some things that are not confirmed that we can't run with as if it's the truth. And then remember, I told you all in the last video that on that black business directory, that Umar Johnson is nowhere on that directory, or has he ingratiated himself into the black business community in Wilmington, Delaware. And I should have did this on Friday, but I did some calling around yesterday, and at least 2 people on that business list, and this is very important: an engineering company, a construction company, in which I actually was able to talk to someone who runs the engineering company, and they never even heard of Umar Johnson. Do y'all hear what I'm saying to you? They never heard of Umar Johnson. I had one, the construction company, I think it was the, I wish I would have had the names up here. I talked to 2, one person, the engineering, the act engineering, I talked to them. One black construction company, the other ones I could not reach them because they weren't open because it's the weekend. One gave me a text back asking who I was, and then I explained who I was and what I was doing and the research, gave information about Umar, that they know who the person is, and I got 0 back from them, meaning they text me back, they don't know who this man is. That is reinforcing the fact that Umar Johnson, just like he's missing in action right now, you haven't seen him put out any videos on his Instagram, his usual running of his mouth. Isn't it interesting that he's gone quiet and dormant ever since the date that the city of Wilmington was going to auction off his property on the 21st of August. Obviously, we're in September. We haven't heard of any auction, but I'm going to give you a reason, logically, why there could be a reason why we haven't heard anything about an auction, and why there is no real details about a payment plan. I think some of us have been saying, I've even said it, my brother Muhammad that was on here with me, Brother Malik Muhammad, who I interviewed, said, hey, it's a payment plan. But when I did some digging into it, I can't find where there's a payment plan. I talked to Honors. He sent me information back saying we have to wait and see. But ladies and gentlemen, just because we haven't heard about the buildings being sold, it doesn't mean that they still are not in the process of being sold or could not be sold, because there are legal ramifications that could slow down the process. Umar's gone quiet. He's going dormant. You don't hear him talking about what's going on up there. You haven't seen him up there. And you haven't heard Umar confirm anything about the banking situation when he said that his banking situation was frozen. He really hasn't given you much detail because he's not a very transparent individual, you see. Today, we're going to break through some of that. I'm going to show you some of my research that I put together and let you be the judge of it for yourself. But the thing I'm going to tell you right now that was most revealing to me was getting in contact with 2 of these businesses on the Black Business Directory, talking to one individual on the phone who said they didn't even know who the hell Umar Johnson was. And while I was talking to them, they thought that I lived in Wilmington, Delaware, and they were telling me, hey, come on down to such and such street because every week we have a multicultural program where we get together with many people in the community of all different races in the community, where we have programs for kids and we have, poetry, spoken word. So there's some things that are going on in this city. So when we look at these buildings, let me just go over here. When we look at the buildings, right, we get a pretty warped picture of Delaware, Wilmington. By looking at this little block that Umar shows us, it makes us think that, man, this community is really tore up to the floor up. Well, yes, this is a very poor community. They've had high drug and violence. They were ranked, I think, either 4th at one point in time or 3rd in the country with drugs and violent issues. But outside of that, there are other things that are going on in the community that's positive that Umar is not involved in, Umar has never talked to you about, and Umar continues to be the unforgiving liar that he is. Make sure you share this video because I'm about to break down some very important points in this video. Make sure you share it. Make sure you hit the 7s if you are with me. You hear it, hit those 7s right now because we got to get the algorithms turning over here on what we're talking about today. Let's go back to the beginning a little bit. This is something that we got to really look at ourselves when we talk about the things that Umar Johnson does. We got to really have a come to Jesus moment when we think about Umar Johnson. So we got Umar, and we always say, as people say, where is the damn school, Umar? Where is the school? And every time you ask him about the school, he continues to move the goalposts. You can't get any real answers about what's happening with the school. He continues, and he gets very nasty with people. And Umar's been doing this for quite some time, everybody. He's been running this game on you for quite some time, for those of you that still believe in him, okay? And no, it's a quiet storm right now. Ask yourself, everybody in the chat room, where is Waldo? In this case, where is Umar Johnson? Now, I looked at his Instagram. There were a couple of things he put up on there, but in terms of, we talking about video, he has not come out and talked to anybody or has not said anything lately. And it makes you wonder what is going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. Remember, this man continues to collect money over the years. He says, hit the PayPal, hit the Cash App. Remember, this is his second PayPal account that he's got right now. He had one that was cut down before. He also had a GoFundMe, I believe, at one point in time, and they had to get rid of that GoFundMe because there was questions about how he was collecting his money. And of course, Umar Johnson, just recently, when his daughter came out and exposed him, let's put it up here for what it's worth. When his daughter came out and exposed him, all of a sudden, leading to that, or after that, or even before, Umar Johnson said that his Cash App is no longer viable. Even though he's been collecting money from black people starting back to 2005, 2004, he conceived of the idea of an FDMG after running the St. Paul scam. He ran the St. Paul scam in which he went on a campus, walked around that campus, acting like he was going to buy this campus in the name of Frederick Douglass. And like my man Malik Muhammad said when he came on the show, that Umar had no business on that campus. He had no permission, and he took a video commercial that he used to promote to black people. He did it in one day with those Billy Goat jeans he had on. Billy Goat jeans. He had the Billy Goat jeans on, in which he said that we're going to have dormitories here and the whole 9 yards. That was a lie. That was a manipulation. And then he came up with the whole formula about what? Right here. I got to give credit where credit is due. Honors has collected this. Honors has been the foremost expert on Umar Johnson. But Umar Johnson, this is the original logo. And you all know that. All of you veterans in the chat room, people that have been following this Umar Johnson saga and all the bullshit that comes with it. Y'all know that this is the original logo for the FDMG before he changed it into this little, remember, he's got this patch. Remember, I put the patch up not too long ago. I put the patch up in the beginning of the segment of the show. He's been using this patch right here. Let me put that patch up again. Isn't it funny when you're trying to get something that you want to put up, all of a sudden you can't, let me see, did I put that patch over here? Oh, here go that patch. Boom. There we go. Excuse me, everybody. That's his, when you look at that, that's an actual patch that I put on screen, right? He changed the logo to the Frederick Douglass, right? Leadership Academy, Marcus Garvey. And we know Frederick Douglass wasn't even Pan-African, but we're going to get into that Pan-African stuff in just a moment. But that is the original logo that Umar Johnson was hawking around, right? And then we remember, because of the great research from Honors and great research of all of you in the chat room, I'm just giving y'all a little summary before I hit you with the big stuff that's coming next that I've got. Remember, 2010, he promised to begin laying the groundwork for the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Pan-African School for Black boys, specializing in learning disabilities and disruptive behaviors, when Umar Johnson himself is a disruptive individual in the way he talks so nasty about black women and even has the nerve. And remember, he said that you will pay, it will be a private school, and you will pay in order for your son to attend the grand opening. He said the grand opening was on 9/1/2013. This is chess, night checkers. We're in the year 2025. What the hell is going on? A school is not open it's 2013. He said it would open up at that time, as he was promoting this FDMG Academy, the P.O. Box 6872, Philadelphia, PA, 19132, UmarJohnson.com, 844 for Dr. Umar. Now check this out, everybody. You know, as everybody knows, if you're a veteran of this Umar Johnson situation, you know that Umar Johnson cannot collect money in the state of Pennsylvania, or in Philadelphia, should I say. He was told, and he was sent a letter to cease and exist from collecting money in Philadelphia, because Philadelphia was up on his scam. When Brother Malik Muhammad was on this show, he got into more details about why Umar Johnson was fired from his school position, because not only was Umar Johnson engaging and giving psychological evaluations that he was not certified for, and gave bad advice to parents and psychological evaluations. This is all alleged. That was one reason. But another reason is that he put the school district, or he put this charter school, at risk of losing it all, because he was doing things that were unethical when he was not a certified therapist. That he was doing things, he was doing too much, and that's another reason why they had to boot him out. Then, as you know, he wanted to take over the organization that Marcus Garvey created, the INA, I believe is the UNIA, I think is the name of it. Tell me if I'm right or wrong in the chat room, everybody. And he was trying to take that over from the elders, and they would have given him leadership had he been patient. So he was doing all type of disruptive, what does it say up here? He specializes in what? Disruptive behavior disorders. Umar Johnson was disruptive in the charter school that he worked for. They had to get rid of him, doing things that he wasn't certified for, that he wasn't licensed for. And then when he was in the UNIA, United Negro Improvement Organization, that Marcus Garvey created, he was creating problems there with his disruptive behavioral disorders, y'all.
Tell the truth.
I'm telling the truth.
Tell the truth.
And nothing but the truth. And then, with y'all's money, he picks up the 2 abandoned buildings. And let me say something right here, because this is a good point that was brought up in my interview with Malik. You know why he put that sign up there? It all makes sense. It's to give the illusion and the delusion that a school is opening up. So he purposely put those big old letters up there with the FDMG, so that it would exactly, this was planned, so that when he would do it, you notice whenever he does his videos, he goes on Instagram, he makes sure that he's standing exactly near the logo and the door to give the illusion of improvement and the illusion that he is creating something. Look at the broken glass right here, pointed right there. Look at that. To give this illusion that these buildings, because that's all you can call them right now, everybody. You can't call them, it's not a school. Let's stop that right now. It's just buildings. Okay? It's just buildings. Let's go into the man. Let's go into it. So the man is not getting the speaking engagements as much as he used to, right? There he is speaking. And he uses the Black power symbolism to suck us all in. And while you're giving Umar your money, he spends all his time in a rent-a-car, hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. And imagine that he's flying around on your dime. What's going on, brother El Malik Abdullah Muhammad? What's going on, brother? He doesn't specialize in anything, but he has not certification in said field. It's all a illusion of grandeur and progress. Right.
Tell the truth.
Josephine's in the house. How you doing, sister? Alicia, I see you got a new avatar there. But I got this plane up here because this man is flying around the world, right? This man flew to Africa not once but twice when his daughter was in critical emotional condition. And if this man was truly a therapist, truly a man of psychology, truly a man that knows how to work with kids, right? Like this young man right here having fun at the fun center, Umar Johnson would have got his ass on the first thing smoking back to America to console and be there for his daughter, but he was not there for his daughter because he's not a man. He's not a man. He does not possess the qualities and quantities, the unknown quantities and qualities that is necessary to be a man. And the first thing is family. Your God and your family should always come first. And no matter what problem him and his daughter have from the past, if my daughter was going through something where she was damn near taking her life, I'm getting on the first thing smoking to get to my daughter. I'm not going to get on social media and berate my daughter and her mother, as we know Umar Johnson has done right here.
About it is y'all making me go after my baby girl 50 times harder. Y'all making me go after my baby girl 50 times harder. So I done already sent the message to baby mama number 2, Miss Vegan. Baby mama number 2, Miss Vegan. Baby mama number 2, Miss Vegan. You have 2 weeks to produce my child, who you've been keeping from me while I've been paying child support. Just like baby mom number 1. It's deja vu. It's deja vu.
Umar Johnson is the common denominator, everybody. Every time, why do these things always keep happening with Umar with women, right? And then he wants to give black men advice on how to deal with women, but he's the common denominator. Why is it that his second baby mama, his other child, with a mother and grandmother, who, by the way, he doxed, as you all know, he used his followers to dox them. I think they have some type of bookstore or some type of business, and he was giving out personal information. Why would you want harm to come to the mother of your child and the grandmother at the same time claiming that you can't see her? Because why? Umar Johnson has to have what you call, he cannot have visitation without supervision, because the only way you get on something like that is if you've done something quite ratchet.
Collecting my child support, denying me my child. Collecting my child support, denying me my child.
He said all this stuff because remember when the daughter came out, his oldest daughter came out and exposed him, he did damage control by making it about him being the victim. And then he goes into the previous relationship with the other child that he has, which the daughter, the older daughter, was looking to meet that young lady. That was the reason why she was asking to talk to Umar, because Umar never told his oldest daughter that she had another sister. By the way, he's got a third baby mama out there because, according to Honor, because this is a baby mama that he had relations with, and the young lady was very, very young to his age. And he doesn't want to talk about that because it shows you that he's a dirty old man.
Tell the truth.
Okay, so he gets on here and talks about that, and of course calls his daughter Mama Smurf and Pop and Baby Smurf. These are all derogatory terms, by the way.
Collecting my child support, denying me my child. So baby mama number 2, we talking to Mrs.
Everybody think about it like this. Why haven't Umar gone to court lately to petition, if this is what's going on? If Umar's paying his child support and he's doing all the right things, why don't he go? He's always talking about how he wants to sue everybody. Why don't he go back to court and see if he can change the situation? If this is in fact true, but there's a reason. This is what he's not telling everybody. It's not that he's being denied to see his child. He must see his child under supervision. And Umar doesn't like the mother, he doesn't like the grandmother, and he does not like the condition, because why? He's not in control. He wants to be in control of all narratives.
Vegan right now. We ain't talking about Mama Smurf. She old news. She old crusty.
There we go with the
news.
Mama
We
Smurf
talking
stuff.
About Mrs. Vegan right now. We ain't talking about Mama Smurf. That's old crusty news. We talking about Mrs. Vegan, baby mama number 2. You have until the eclipse of March 29th. You have until...
Right here, he's making what we call, in my business, a cold threat.
My Florida A&M University Black Psychology Conference return to produce my baby. If I do not meet and see my child by Saturday, March 29th, Mrs. Vegan, I will be going live, and I'm going to tell the whole world information you don't want them to know. And Mrs. Vegan, I don't want to...
This is what you call making threats, cold threats, and trying to manipulate. The problem, Umar doesn't like the fact that he's not in control of the situation, so he has to create something that makes him have or feel that he's in control by making himself out to be the victim, when in fact, the mother of his child and the grandmother, they have been the victim because this man has had his people dox them. Okay, let's go to the next other thing. This is something that I want black women to realize. He's collecting black women and black men, but particularly black women who are his biggest supporters. He uses the whole black power thing to get money out of you. He's in rent-a-cars all the time, flying all over the world, and he might be messing around with women, maybe those snow bunnies, everybody, when he's flying to those European countries and staying in all these different hotels and what have you. Just keep this in mind. And then remember, Honors had this clip, and I've got this clip too, where you can tell he's making an apology. He is making excuses for someone like Art Kelly. Talking about Art Kelly is in jail because he was asking for his master's. Fool, listen to this nonsense. Listen to this.
You don't think the music company knew about R. Kelly's unhealthy sexual fantasies? That ain't why R. Kelly in jail. He should be, but that ain't why he's in there. R. Kelly doesn't get locked up until he starts questioning ownership of his master recordings.
How many of y'all believe that crap right there? Don't no man get 25 years to 30 years, possibly never to come out of prison. Don't no man get them type of charges, both he's got state charges coming at him and the federal. He's never coming out of prison. Don't no man get those type of charges just because he was asking to get control of his masters. That's a small part of it. Art Kelly is in prison today because of the things that he was doing with females. Just like Umar Johnson, he's a predator and was a predator. And black people, we've known that R. Kelly was a predator even when we was popping to his music. Because in his music, he was telling you what he was doing. Umar, on several occasions in videos, have made excuses for predators like R. Kelly. Black women, wake up. Don't give this man your money. Stop supporting him. Stop giving him any of attention, because he does that type of shit, and then he wants to get on a podcast like this and act like he's got all the answers. Check this out, y'all.
You know, I'm very heavy into my spirituality, so I do a lot of solitude. You know, in fact, when people ask me about romantic relationships, a big reason why I'm not in one is, and our sisters are good people, right? But when you are on a political mission that has a spiritual foundation, sometimes women can't adjust their lifestyle to yours.
Right.
And so
he's a damn lie. Umar has never seen a black woman that he wouldn't try to get between their legs if he could. Marianne, the sister who produced the Awaken movie that he was in, already has exposed Umar and said when he was on set, he was trying to mess around with every black female on the set. The thing is that Umar is not a man that commits. Just like that black woman that said to him when he was in the UK, that her son has said, why is it that Umar is not married to any of the women that he had kids with, when he keeps talking about it's about being with our sisters, it's about black queens forever and snow bunnies never, right? Why is it that Umar has not committed to a black woman? He wants to make this lying excuse about, well, when I'm going around the world on y'all's money, on y'all's dime, when I'm going around the world, flying around the world on black people's money, that I got to get myself spiritually healed and correct when I come back. So I got to have a woman that understands that. No, he doesn't want a commitment. Umar just wants to have sex with black women, use them for physical pleasure, and do away with them whenever, or have women that he could fly to all around the world, mess around with them when he comes in town. He's a Rolling Stone. He wants to sit up here and act like he's this spiritual and high moral character individual, when this is all about, no, this is not a man who has high quality. This is a man who does not commit. And that's the real reason. Listen to the rest of this rhetoric.
when you come off the road and you need a couple days to just get back in sync with yourself, they want you to be wrapped up into them.
Yes.
I can't do that right now. I got to get myself right again.
Yes.
And so what I'm learning on the romantic side, that when you date a sister, when you have a spiritual calling on my life, because although my work is political, it's spiritually based. You got to make sure you have a woman.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Anybody in the chat room that believes that Umar Johnson, what he's doing is spiritually based, no. What you're doing, Umar, is self-based and pleasure-based. You're only concerned about collecting money from black people, flying around. You're concerned about how popular you are, which is why you always say that you're the greatest black psychologist on the earth, the most sought after, because this is all about clicks and all about you getting attention placed on you. You're not a very serious man when it comes to the work that is necessary out here. Most people, when you look at Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., when you look at people like Malcolm X, what do they all have in common? Most of your black leaders, as well as sheroes, as well as female leaders, most of them, at least the ones from the past, when they passed away with not a dime in their pockets. They died broke. They passed away broke. Because doing this real activist work does not make you rich. It does not enrich you. But what he does is he plays around with these words to get you feeling some kind of way about him.
Who can accommodate your mission. Because a lot of women want to take you from your mission,
Yes.
and put all of your attention on her.
They
don't
want
give
Boom. No, that's a lie. Umar wants the attention. Listen to me, everybody. Umar wants the attention on him. Everything he's saying is a reverse engineered, everybody, to him.
You're wrong. You have needs and you have a right to those needs. But at the same time, you got to temper some of that because.
Let me stop right there. We got Larry's Anything Goes LLC gave me a $10 super chat. I thank you, brother.
Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you for that super chat. Yes.
But first I tell them run it. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turn to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number 1 up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send in,
All right. Let's get back to this real quick. Appreciate the shout out, everybody in the chat room. Appreciate all of you that's here, that's watching the program. Golden Melanin's in the house. We got Leonard Wilson in the house. Keedy G is in the house. Alicia's in the house. Pretty Brown Eyes is in the house. Alan C's in the house. Ryan Keith is in the house. Black Magic's in the house. El Malik Madhu Muhammad is in the house. The brother that I interviewed. Much respect to you again, brother. Black Anonymous. Black Anonymous is in the house. Ben Rock is in the house. Let's get back to this little part right here because I got to move on to other things that I don't want to take up all your time today. But here we go.
Who you with?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not the rapper. I'm not the actor. I'm not the comedian. I'm not the dancer. You know, I'm not.
Now, this is a damn lie. Everybody put 7s in the chat room if you know I'm telling the truth. Umar definitely wants the persona of a rapper. He wears the baseball caps. He's got the baggy pants. He's always got this hip hop type of persona that he puts on himself. He wants to be that. When he talks about celebrities, but when he runs into them, he hugs them like the long lost brother. Y'all saw the pictures with him and Dave Chappelle. He was talking smack about Dave Chappelle because his wife is Asian. So what? And then when he met him in person, he gets all hugged up with him. I'm saying that for this reason. He's a hypocrite. That's why I say so what? Because he's a hypocrite. He tells you and me, don't indulge with other women of other races, right? And then when he runs into Dave Chappelle, and I've shown the pictures before, he's all hugged up with Dave Chappelle like, my brother, my brother. Shit. He's full of it.
The entertainer. I'm an activist. You're forgetting that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so sometimes women can drain you even more.
All right, this is bullshit. Let me ask y'all a question right now. Umar Johnson said he's an activist. Where have you seen Umar Johnson doing any activist activity? Have we ever seen him marching? Have we ever seen him involved in any protests with black people out there on the streets? Have we seen him protesting or doing any type of demonstration? Have we seen Umar Johnson going on a hunger strike? Have we seen Umar Johnson collaborate with other black people in the community that are fighting against some oppression of some sort? Have we seen Umar Johnson stand up for anything that has to do with things that are happening to black people? No, we have not seen him in a protest of any kind on the ground with grassroots people. This man hasn't even gone up to Detroit, Michigan to connect with the, what's that group up there in Detroit, Michigan? It's called, damn it. There's a group of brothers in Detroit who have come together and they do real activism. They walk the streets of Detroit, right? They help black women put the gas in their car. Y'all, what was that? What's the name of that group? Somebody put the name of that group in the chat room because I can't think of them. They were going around during the wintertime in Detroit, and every time they saw a black woman getting gas, they would help her pump her gas and give her protection because you had people, doing shady things at the gas station, right? They would walk the street and call out the lies and the racism and all the bullshit that was happening in the city of Detroit. They would even call out the raccoons in Detroit. They're called New something. Does anybody know that name of that? New Era. Thank you. Thank you. New Era. Now, this is why you know that Umar doesn't play well with other people. Why is it that Umar has never collaborated with New Era in Detroit? Right? I had a sister that I played on my video several videos ago who said that there are some Pan-African schools, one in Texas, I think one back east somewhere, that have reached out to Umar and said, look, let's do this together. We can make this vision come true. And Umar didn't want to collaborate with them because he wants to be a one-man show. Why is it that we don't see Umar involved in any of these activist activities on the streets when shit be happening? We don't ever see him. And I'm saying that nobody's perfect, right? I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. I'm simply saying because he has a big bully horn. And because he's got thousands or millions of people that be on his social media, and a lot of them are on there because they're just looking at him as entertainment reasons. Okay? But if this man's got such a big ass following as he claims, then you would think that he would be out there on the tangible streets a lot more. But he's not. We've seen him in the past at graveyards, and we see him standing outside these abandoned buildings that are not schools, looking crazy, looking goofy. And that's go my man right there, no cap, captivity with freezing. Oh man, what's going on, my brother? You just came in the house, and I'm glad to see you here. Make sure y'all check out my man Freezy's channel. He gives me mad love when I go over to his channel. I've been knowing the brother for quite some time on these YouTube streets, and we all are trying to do our thing. People like Umar Johnson. That's a good brother right there, Brother Freezy. Thank you for that super chat. Oh, and I got a super chat from Elite Muhammad. Let me put these super chats on the screen real quick to show y'all give y'all some respect. And there it is, $10 from Elite Malik Abdul Muhammad. I will send you the crew an email later. I have another podcast at 5 with my home city, Oakland. Love it. Yeah, Oakland, the town is in the house. Yeah, brother. Yes. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. And then my man Cap, let me put Cap up. Thank you, Muhammad. Thank you, brother. To send me that information. And here's Cap. He says, no captivity with Freezy. Let's go. God bless you, info. Thank you, brother. Again, another clap to you.
Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, make sure you check out his channel. He got a great channel, great content. Thank you, Brother Freezy. We've been rocking for a very long time. That's my brother, okay? That's my brother right there. Appreciate you coming over. Very much a great support. I'm a great supporter of your channel. Love what you're doing. And my man right here, Water X. I want to thank you, Water X. Let me put you up real quick, Water X, because I want to thank you for putting in there New Era. That's that organization that's doing real things on the ground that you would think Umar would be connected with them, that he would go out to Detroit and connect with them. We got Golden Melanin, Peggy's in the house, Asha in the house, right? Harrison in the house, Still Learning, New Era. Also, thank you for putting New Era up there as well. My brother, Still Learning. Let me put you up there right quick. Thank you. Golden Melanin, Ben Rock, thank you. And Black Anonymous said this. Let me see what Black Anonymous is saying right here. The women he deals with don't know any better, never had anything, never been exposed to anything, never traveled, not used to anything. So this is how he gets away with stuff. Yeah, very much possible. Malik gave me another super chat. My brother. Thank you.
Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you very much. Let me see. We got Miss Independent who gave me a $4.99 super chat. Thank you.
Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you. Now, everybody, let me get back into the show. Oh, there go my other brother coming in the house. Make sure y'all check out his channel. If you guys are into investing your money, he doesn't run any kind of game. This is my brother, Investing with Rod. He just gives you the information and then you do what you want to do. He doesn't tell you to give him something and, nothing shady like that. He says, respect, salute, brother, information man. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you too, brother, and health.
Tell the truth.
Thank you for the super chat.
All right. Let's get back. Let me get back on topic here because I don't want people to leave the show and be like, man, he ain't talking about Umar. He talking about some super chats. No, don't go nowhere else because I've got some good stuff for you. So I'm just laying this all out. Umar Johnson has been lying to black women, using black women as his test tube to take advantage. check this out. We should have learned something. You've got plenty of elders on YouTube, like my man Pharaoh Says That, who broke some things down about Umar and this whole idea about Pan-Africanism and why is it that Umar didn't build a school in Africa when he's always repping Africa. And the whole idea is, well, he says some things that are going to hit some people pretty hard here. You may or may not agree with what he said, but he tells it like it is. Let's hear what the elder had to say right here. The brother from the Pharaoh Says That channel, and he's out of Chicago, Chi-Town. Let's go.
As Black Americans, the biggest problem that you have when you're a Pan-African or you on that diaspora is that Pan-Africanism and diasporism, it ain't gonna do nothing for you because your survival is based off of the land you live on and the laws of the land you live on. So us being in the United States of America, our whole existence survival is based on America. Africa ain't got shit to do with what we going through. The Caribbean ain't got shit to do with it. You can talk about Pan-Africanism all you want, like Dr. Umar's fraudulent ass. He constantly talking Pan-Africanism, but he ain't raised no Pan-African money.
Ooh,
he raised
stop it right there. Stop it right there. Did y'all hear what he just said? He's constantly talking about Pan-Africanism and Africanism, but he's raised no money. He's raised no money for a Pan-African school. And right? But yet he hasn't even raised enough money to build a school from people in Africa because the majority of the money came from Black Americans right here in USA. Good point, Pharaoh. Let's hear this again.
Ism all you want, like Dr. Umar's fraudulent ass. He constantly talking Pan-Africanism, but he ain't raised no Pan-African money. He raised all his money from Black Americans. He fraudulently taking money for a school in America. Why he ain't build no school in Africa?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So he want to talk all this shit, this global, but then want to beg us for money. What the? And so
did y'all hear what he just said? Umar Johnson wants to beg Black Americans for money, although he talks a global ideology, but has raised no money from the globe because the majority of the money has come from Black Americans, and that's a fact.
Money. He raised all his money from Black Americans. He fraudulently taking money for a school in America. Why he ain't build no school in Africa? You see what I'm saying? So he want to talk all this shit, this global, but then want to beg us for money.
Right. That's true.
What the? And so Africans ain't did nothing for us. Look, people say you hating on the immigrants. Let's talk about the immigrants. What kind of immigrants we got? We got Arabs, right? We got Indians. We got Chinese. We got Africans and we got Caribbeans, right? Who in our neighborhood taking all our money? The Chinese and the Arabs. The goddamn Africans and Caribbeans was so weak, they couldn't even do no type of economics in our community. Our money ain't even going to the Black diaspora. Our money going to Islamic countries and China and Korea. The Koreans came in and had swap meets and stuff. Look, just look at it.
Well, like I said, some will agree with the brother, some will disagree, but I gotta be honest, he's saying some things that are based in facts. I'm sorry. Don't want to hurt nobody's feelings here. It's true. It is true. I tend to believe what Pharaoh Said That had to say. I truly do. What's going on? We got my man Quasi. What's going to get me put you up here? You know I'm terrible with the name. We're going to put you on the board here and thank you for that super chat. $5 super chat. Quasi made. He said, facts. My good brother, I have him on the board here. Thank you for coming over and supporting my channel. You've been supporting. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. And we got Miss Stunner in the house. Is that Miss Stunner in the house saying 100%? Let me go here with a clap to you. And to this brother right here, let me say thank you for that super chat.
Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Anna T is in the house as well. Thank you for being here. You said you can't hear the clips? I can't hear the clips. Can everybody hear the clips that I've been playing? Put a 7 in the chat room. I want to make sure everything's okay. I think that's a pretty loud. I think I had that clip up pretty loud. Put 7s in the chat room if you could hear the clip that I just played with Pharaoh Says That. Yeah, I think everything's okay with my audio. I hope it is. Anyway, let me move forward. I thank you all that are here, that are supporting the channel. This is fantastic. Let me go on, write down my board here. Everything I have, everything organized, write down the board. Okay. So we have an elder sisters and brothers that have warned us that this man ain't about nothing. And then another thing is, how can you trust a man who doesn't even keep his own living situation? This is before, remember he said he was going to move to Delaware, Wilmington, that he was in the process of moving when we saw how nasty he was living. Check this out again.
Strong alpha males. Okay? Strong alpha males. Send those resumes in. FDMG resumes at gmail.com. FDMG resumes at gmail.com.
Look how filthy it is.
FDMG resumes.
Look how filthy it is. Look how I'm freezing it for you. Look at that filth. And remember, all he did was transfer this filth to the big building that he never hardly shows us, right? And when he did, Honor showed it on his channel. It's all trash in there, right? But look at this. Look how he's living. Can you trust a man to run a school and take care of your child in a school when he can't even clean up around himself and how he's living?
Email.com is what we're looking for. My thing is y'all need to.
Y'all need to what? He said y'all need to what? What do we need to do, Umar? No, Umar Johnson, you need to have cleaned the damn room up. You living like a pig, man. Pig style. What's happening? What's happening is that you living filthy. That's what's happening. You're living like a pig. Now, how can this man run a school, right? This is a school library, and we don't see any of that up there in FDMG. This man's been phony, right? But I want y'all to check. I want to check this out. Check this out right here. Now, I read this before. This was in 2023 when he made this statement. The construction on the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy has been completed. Johnson confirmed that the truth, he said, came with a bittersweet report through FDMG is still not open for classes. But he said it was going to be open, right? This is back in 2023. Johnson challenges black tradesmen in particular to offer their pro bono service. I just told y'all that I called up 2 of the construction companies that was on that list that I did when I did that show about the fact that, or I did that video upload about how Umar Johnson is not a part of the Black Business Directory. I called up 2 businesses. I called up Act Engineering. They never heard of them, don't even know who the hell Umar is. The other business that I looked up and talked to by text, when they were asking what I was asking about, they couldn't give me any information on Umar. So that's 2 businesses out of 5 that don't know nothing about him. I asked him, did he ever approach? I'm telling you, and I'm going to be calling some more of those businesses, the ones that I didn't get to. I'm telling you, he's made no contact with these folks. He's made no contact. They don't even know who he is. And I said that in that video. So this is problematic. This is problematic. Once again, he claims that he's looking for people to give him pro bono work. There's one problem. Johnson said, I haven't come across black folks who are willing to donate their time. He's always wanting you to donate your time, but he wants you to do everything for free. And I'm about to bust the doors open with the breakdown of what it costs to run a real school. I've got real data, real information to show y'all. Umar Johnson is a pipe dream. His whole thing was a pipe dream. He estimated that he needed to raise about $300,000 in addition to funding for the work. This man's a liar. If we had some black folks who were willing to donate their time, the school would have been up and running in 3 weeks. He said this in 2023. What a man he is. Repeated Johnson, who said that type of issue uniquely, that black people, right? Just nonsense. Then he goes on to say this. This is a quote. If I were Mexican, the school would be done. Johnson said it's only because it's us, he added. So once again, Umar, he never takes accountability for what he's not doing. Everything is about black people and what we didn't do for him, right? That we didn't give him some more and some more and some more and some more money. Everything is about blaming black people for his shortcomings. And then he also lied again not too long ago, everybody, and said that all construction, all renovations were done. Remember this one? Honors had this on his channel. Check this out.
We have finally completed all of the renovations.
See that? So why is it that Umar says all in 2023, but then 2 days ago, yesterday, August 31st of 2025, Umar, he says
Just
this.
dealing with
Look,
the super
listen, watch.
the year. She's asking for proof of renovation. The renovations are done, the major ones.
But in 2023, he said they're all done. And see, it's not an either or. You can't say, okay, the renovations are done. Well, the major ones are done. You can't say all of the renovations are done. Oh, well, the major ones. No, it's either renovations are complete, all of them, or they're not. But you see how Umar lied?
Yes, Umar did lie. You all saw that, straight up lie. Remember the number that we had for what he owed to pay the outstanding fees was $38,388.22. The question is, did this damn thing get paid? Was there a payment plan? The question is, through my research, there has been no documentation to prove that Umar has or has not paid anything. No, there's no proof that there is any agreement. And then you wonder, why is Umar so quiet now? Where is Waldo? Where is Umar? Been very quiet lately. And you may say, well, let me break some things down. Here goes some of my research right here. Let's put this up here. What I found, key points. Multiple recent reports say that FDMG campus, formerly Marcus J. Moria Academy, is facing 2 court judgments totaling about $76,776.44 for unpaid fees, water bills, and penalties, and the city has taken steps towards a sheriff sales auction, right? 2, local Delaware court docket entry, Delaware Courts Connect, that show civil filings involving Umar Johnson and related to matters caused by activity dating back to 2021. That public docket does not show a simple pay in full entry for the judgment referring to in recent post. Local outlet communities, post and entertainment sites have published items summarizing that the judgment and the city action notice these, the same amount in auction threat, but are not primary payment records. Newcastle County published sheriff sale procedures and holds monthly, this is the one I really wanted to get to right here, holds monthly real estate sheriff sales. Several social posts and videos say that the city has moved towards that rendering for the FDMG property, but I did not find a official, check this out, did not find an official sheriff sale results, purchase or transfer for that property in the county sales page content. All right. The search for an official city of Wilmington released paid judgments entitled or clerk filings indicate satisfaction of the debit, did not find one in the public service I checked. That does not prove payment didn't occur. It means it did not, that there was no findings in the public record showing it. Let me put something else up here. there's a chance that Umar Johnson may or may not even had a public, he may or may not even paid these off. There's no records that show he did so. This could just, they probably haven't moved on the property, allegedly, possibly, because there's some legal entanglements that's slowing the process down. Umar may have not paid anything off yet, may or may not be in a payment plan. You just can't assume anything with this guy because he's slicker than a Snicker bar. Now what is not confirmed or remains unclear? There is no public record that I located that shows that these debts have been paid in full. There is no credible evidence found of a payment plan being agreed to or complete with the city for this specific debit. Do y'all get what I'm saying? If you're following with me, put sevens in the chat room. This is where we're going with this. It is also not clear if any partial payments have been made. What is reported tends to be that the debt is still outstanding. Here's another clip right here I put together. One, this is important. This is what you could say, well, what could be the reason? Well, let's say that they still want to auction off the property, but they haven't done so because there could be other legal issues. Legal process delays. Often auctioning off property requires due process. Notices must be given. Liens must be recorded. Opportunities for the owner to challenge or pay up, sometimes court hearings, etc. These can take time. You can have right? Next one. Uncertainty in auction ownership. Sometimes titles are contested, outstanding judgments or liens are disputed. Environmental or code violations exist, which can complicate or delay actual transfer of ownership. So there's a chance that Umar is not out of the clear with these buildings, y'all, that he's not out of the clear. And once again, here is my argument. This is the same argument, not argument, this is the same theory that I said to my man last call on his channel, I think on Friday, or maybe it was Saturday. Friday, I think it was Friday. Everybody hear me out, please, because you guys know how Umar gets down. Hear me out and tell me if you agree. If you agree with what I'm about to say when I complete it, put sevens in the chat room letting me know that you agree with what my premise is. You see, if Umar did pay off the buildings, and if Umar did have a payment plan, we know that Umar Johnson is highly, should I say again, Umar Johnson is highly, highly, highly narcissistic in his personality. He lives his life through social media, bragging about how he's the greatest psychologist, he's the greatest this, he's the greatest that. He's the best thing since sliced bread. Black men, you need to marry a black woman only, while he's flirts with white women. Oh yeah, we're going to get to some of that too. If Umar Johnson had a payment plan or paid off the buildings, he would have gotten on his social media and bragged about it. He would have said, to my haters, to the haters out there that's trying to hold Dr. Umar Johnson back, Dr. Umar Johnson has paid off the buildings. Dr. Umar Johnson has payment plan. Or he would have lied to you and said that the city of Wilmington, that he somehow took them to court, or that he somehow was able to convince them how racist they was and that they gave him a break. He would tell you something to make himself look like the victor and like them look like the perpetrators of a wrong. You already had Daniel, what's the brother's name, who is the deputy of information in Wilmington, who came out and said, no, we gave Umar paperwork about this a long time ago. Umar would have gotten on his show, on his Instagram, and bragged about Cookie Crush Chat. Cookie Crush Chat, y'all ain't nothing. Y'all ain't nothing. F y'all. I'm Umar Johnson. I'm the greatest psychologist ever lived. We didn't pay it off in full, family. It's paid. You know how I repeat. It's paid off in full, family. It's... Let me get a little bit closer. Let me get a little bit closer. It's paid off in full, family. King Kong. King Kong. King Kong. It's King Kong. Doodah, Foodah Day. King Dog, Doodah Day. You know how you be talking that nonsense. All right? Umar would have got up there and said, to all my haters out there, you can't hold a real man back. You can't hold me back. I'm ordained by Lord, but I'm ordained by the God. I'm ordained by the ancestors. I'm ordained by Frederick Douglass. I'm ordained by Marcus Garvey. I beat y'all. Now, y'all know I'm telling the truth. Now, enough of the dramatics from me. Has anybody in the chat room seen Umar Johnson do exactly what I said recently? Has he beaten his King Kong chess? Has he beaten his King Kong chess and said, I done paid it off, family. I got the payment plan, family. I took them to court. I convinced them. Nobody can stop King Kong. Has he? If you know that I'm telling the truth, East B, please put sevens in the chat room. Get the algorithms rolling around here. Because y'all know I'm telling the truth. He hasn't put out such disclaimer. No, that's right. No, Ben, Rock, no. Umar is sleeping next to a few rats on the street. Anyone else seen the painting on FDMG, Umar along with Fritz? Yeah, it's a goofy painting. It's a horrible painting, poor quality. And Umar looks like I hate to say this because those are great people, but it looks like the mural looks like extraterrestrials, E.T. foam home. It does. It's terrible quality. Let me move on. Let me move on from that. I know I gave you a little bit of dramatics there, but let me move on. This is crazy. FDMG ain't coming, y'all. This man been playing games big time. Big time. And he's been doing it with all of this. Now check this out. Check out how he has no respect for the people that donate to him. Check this out.
More gifts. More gifts.
Again.
Before I continue with my message, thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the Cash App. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister. Before I continue this message, donations, 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 gifts, 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 more gifts, more gifts.
All them donations, and we ain't got nothing to show for it but some broken down buildings that he ain't got nowhere near able to open them up. And when you see the numbers that I'm going to break down, you're going to know why this has been a pipe dream, and he has basically wasted black people's money that should have gone to people who have legitimate programs. Let me put this young man up right here on the board. What does this young man have on him? He has a book bag. Has Umar Johnson ever thrown a book bag? Has he ever done any, what do you call it, fundraisers? Book bags for kids in the city of Wilmington. He has not done any book bag drives. Thank you, Alicia. No book bag drive. 1.6 million. Yeah, I got the numbers. I'm going to put them on the screen. 1.6 million. He has done nothing. Okay? This young man that you see has a book bag on him. Umar's done nothing. Umar tells you that he cares about black boys. You see this young male right here. That Umar puts on this persona that he cares about black boys. No, he doesn't. He even called the police on some black kids in Wilmington who told him that, and I've played this before, that, hey, people been breaking into your buildings, mister. The kids were very honest, and eventually Umar says, I'm going to call the police on y'all. Listen to this.
Been sitting on the vacant property list now for over 6 years, and you have children going in there because they perceive it to be abandoned buildings.
You're about to go to the third. What grade you in, Prince?
Fifth.
You in the 5th grade?
That's my brother.
Okay, y'all brothers, y'all look alike. So you're about to go to the 3rd, you said. So when we open up this school, it's going to be 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, right?
Remember, everybody, I said this in a video ago or two. Umar is literally lying to children. He's lying to them about opening up a school there. He's literally lying to them. That shows you that he has absolutely no character. Sitting up here lying to these kids. What a damn shame. Let's listen.
About to go to the 3rd, you said. So when we open up this school, it's going to be 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, right? So 4th grade, you might be here, right? 4th grade, you might be here. You're going to the... Oh, you're going to the 6th grade. We might not catch you until we in this building, the high school.
Oh.
And to my young princesses, we will be opening up the Anna Douglas Amy Garvey Academy for young princesses as well. So it's going to be boys first, and then it's going to be girls. So all y'all might one day be students at the school. Say that again. Some people just went and win. When? You saw somebody walk in this building.
As you can see, this is this is this year, everybody. This is not, ancient history. This is happening not too long ago this year.
What door?
They gonna come out here.
No. Nobody walked in this door. I've been here the whole time.
No, they walked in that door. They gonna walk out of here. They can come through that door.
So y'all been seeing the people who've been breaking into the school?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Why is it that kids can see what Umar should have seen a long time ago? Umar lied and said he had all kind of cameras and all that kind of shit. Let's continue.
Yo! Excuse me.
Excuse me. Yo!
Get out that school. Yo!
Get out of that school.
Come out. This is private property. I need y'all off.
I didn't go in there.
Okay, my brother. I believe you, young prince. I need you out. I need you out of here. This is a school. This is a school, young people. This is a school, young people. What are we doing? What are we doing?
What they doing is that they have a right to play on that street because there is no school. It's buildings. And you don't own the streets, Umar. You just own the abandoned buildings. Or at least we think you still own them because something's going on because the man's been quiet Umar's been so quiet lately that you can hear a rat piss on cotton. Let's continue, y'all.
What are we doing, family? What are we doing? Let me find out. It's the little people. Let me ask you a question.
Did you hear one of the kids said, I didn't go in there. And he says, let me find out that it's the little people. What you gonna do, Umar? You gonna accuse the kids? The kids are the one that told you that they've been seeing people going in there. They telling you something that you should have known. And the question is, you see that Umar has put a fence around it. He's got his little security signs and stuff. He had that on his Instagram where he purchased security signs saying private property. Why didn't Umar do that a long time ago? Why is he only doing it now? Because his ass has been called out. Okay.
All right. Y'all go ahead and enjoy the rest of your day. It's okay, King. You're all right. You're all right, my brother. Don't worry about it. We're about to get the locks changed right now. I'm waiting for my locksmith to show up. We're going to change the locks. Somebody broke in. We're going to change.
Ain't no damn locksmith on the way. He just saying that to keep face while he's live on his dumb Instagram.
The locks. Sister, I need you to turn that camera off. Nothing's funny. Turn it.
Boom. Right here. Umar Johnson has no right to tell any of those kids to turn their cameras off or their cell phone cameras off. He doesn't own the block. He has no business telling them anything of any such. They can do what they want as long as they're not, as long as they're not inside the buildings. They can ride their bike up and down the street. They could take their cell phones out, take pictures of the buildings if they like. He had no right to say that. He sound like the damn police right there. He has no right to tell them to do anything. They should take their phones out. Just in case he puts his hands on one of them, they could have reported it on his ass. But he had no business telling that young lady to turn her phone off. You don't own the damn block itself. You got buildings that's not even a damn functioning entity in the community. This man is
Y'all.
crazy.
And I need y'all to move on. You can't hang on this block. This is, excuse me? I need y'all to go or I'm going to call the police.
See? You see what he did right there? He said, I need y'all to go or I'm going to call the police. See? Mr. Umar Johnson, who wants you to think that he know how to work with kids. No, he doesn't. Remember, Honors dissected this in one of his videos where he was literally talking about how some black boy is going to have to have their life taken away. We got to go on the block and take them out. Remember this crap right here he was saying? Listen.
Got the thug energy, anger. Thug energy is normally anger and pain. That's all it is. I know because I do therapy with them thugs. And once they see I ain't scared of them, then we can have a conversation.
No, you're not. This is a lie. Umar Johnson, there is no documentation anywhere that we know of, that I know of, where he was actually doing therapy with quote unquote thugs. This is just talk, okay?
And fellas, I want to be clear now. When we go back to take over the community, because we're going to have to do it, gentlemen, you can't expect the cops to fix this because they started it. But I want to be clear. I know some of us love our children, but some of our children are so far gone that we're going to have to put some of them to sleep in order to take back the neighborhood. Some of y'all don't want to hear that because you don't live in reality. But I'm telling you, as a psychologist, I'm not going to be able to psychologize all of them on the corner. Some of them going to sleep. For God!
To be clear, when Umar Johnson states some of them going to sleep for good, he is stating that these black boy thugs need to be murdered.
But I'm telling you, as a psychologist, I'm not going to be able to psychologize all of them on the corner. Some of them going to sleep. For God! For God! For...
It's a damn shame. You see, I give that a 2 thumbs down, and a man would say something like that about black boys. Yeah, you got some youngsters out there that are rambunctious, that are doing some things. But you know what? I have actually worked with youth that have had a rough patch, and you can turn some of these young men around. There's some young men out there that do want discipline, that do want mentorship. There's some men who act up because they're crying out for help because maybe their father was not around or just wasn't, they're not men in the community to show them a better way. When it comes to working with youth, you can't just, it's not enough just to tell them, stop doing what you're doing. You got to give them something, replace what they're doing with something else, give them hope, give them something that could be an opportunity to stop from doing what they're doing. Umar Johnson doesn't provide opportunities. He just provides a bunch of talk and fantasy talk that he doesn't live up to. As you see this young black man right here. What I want to do right now is I want to talk about Mary Ann and everything that's been going on with that situation right there, everybody. Thank you again. I want to talk about this sister right here because I think Umar is completely a despicable person. And as you know, I think that the reason why Umar has, I believe, is messing with this woman. This woman has been getting harassing phone calls from Umar Johnson. One of them she played where he said, "Woman, you got me going to your voicemail." Now you may say, "Oh, that's not that bad." There might be other calls where she hasn't exposed it yet. This man has probably said other things that she hasn't exposed yet. But then she opens up her membership on her channel. I've never opened up. I don't have a membership on my channel. I've been thinking about doing it. I don't know. I might. But she opened up a membership for certain content on her channel, exclusive content. And she's going to come out with a tell-all documentary about Umar Johnson and the way he was behaving on set when they made the movie Awaken. She said it was 3 days of hell dealing with Umar, okay? She went on Honor's channel. I think this is the reason why now he's become a member on her channel. The only way she can get him off of a membership is that he would have to leave a comment in the comment section of her private video for only her members, or he would have to come into the chat room of her private only members video, make some comments, and then she could block them out that way. But YouTube doesn't have a mechanism, and I explained this before, where you can block out a member of your channel. Now, someone who's not a member of your channel that comes in, you can block them. But when it comes to membership, because that's paid, That's the only way you can block them, based on the 2 criteria that I just gave. I believe, and I said this in my previous video to this, that Umar is engaging in what I think has great potential for cyber stalking. I think he joined her channel as a way to say, woman, I'm watching everything that you're doing, as a way to intimidate her. I really believe this to be true. And she came on her show. She said these things about him on the set.
Making relationship, yeah, I'm gonna get sloppy now. I don't give a damn. He got the nerve to make relationship video. First of all, sir, you've never been married. First of all, sir, you have children by multiple women. Second of all, when he was here, I had problem with him every night. This nigga was trying to lure the actress to his room.
Tell the truth.
She told the truth, y'all. She told the truth. She said that he was luring women to his room every night. And she said that it became a problem that some of the women that got entangled with Umar Johnson, they begin to have regrets. They begin coming to her and complaining about what he was doing because they probably realized that he was messing around with this woman and that woman. She also spoke about a couple. I think there was one of them that had a boyfriend or a husband or something. Umar Johnson he caused a problem on that set. He caused serious issues. And this is what led the sister to say, you know what, maybe I should file some kind of complaint on him. Check this out.
Your paying members are family. Family.
Let me stop that right there and put this one up right here. Sorry about that, everybody. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go back. And she's right here. She's going to talk about paid members.
Who your paying members are. Family. Family. Lord and behold, I click and Umar is on my channel as a paying member. This Negro is doing the utmost. You hear me? The utmost. So I'm like, why? Why on earth do you want to be? He's not just a YouTube channel subscriber. He is a paying member on my channel. So I said, you know what? Enough is enough. When I get off here, I'm going to go and get a restraining order on him. This man is calling me. Now he's a paying member on my channel. This is just too bizarre. So when I got to the station, they had me sit and a sergeant came out and he was like, hey, what's going on? I said, I want to have a restraining order on Umar Johnson. And I gave his government name, Jermaine Schumacher. And he's like, well, what's going on? I said, I'm getting phone calls that I don't want phone call from him. And I said, I can play, it's on my phone. He's like, all right, play the message. I play the message. He's like, doesn't sound like he's threatening you. I said, yeah, but I don't want the phone call. He's like, okay, you don't want the phone call. This is someone you knew that you gave your number to. Block him. That's what we would suggest. If the phone call were threatened, but he's not threatening you. He said, hey, you send me the voicemail. Okay. I said, well, I'm a YouTube creator and he's on my channel. He's a paying member and I don't even have an exclusive video for member. And they're like, it's YouTube. He's paying member. He really hasn't done nothing for YouTube to kick him out and nothing as the law that's threatened to you. If you don't like it, remove him from your channel. You have that power to remove him from your channel. And I said, well, you know what? Him lurking around, it's becoming unnerving for me. I don't like it. And he's like, yeah, we understand that, but he's not breaking the law. He's like, but what I can do for you, you're allowed to make a report.
So right there, everybody knows about this already. She made a report. It's true. He has to make a direct threat, but I think there is an intimidation factor that he's creating for her and making her feel uncomfortable. So I see it for what it really potentially could become. I don't want it to become this way because I think he knows that she's going to come out with a tell-all about, and I've had people leave messages on my videos and say, oh, she shouldn't be doing a video about him or she shouldn't be on YouTube. Why would, look, this is how people like Umar get away with what they're doing when we allow people like Umar to intimidate us from telling people the truth about him. So I just want to say that right there, make that very clear. Then, of course, I'm pretty sure Umar saw that she exposed him for his desire for white women right here.
Known for Black Queen. What is that? Black Queen, Snow Bunny Never. We all know him for that signature thing. He wanted me to have a love scene with a white woman. And I'm like, nah. Time does not permit. I regret I didn't get that. I'm gonna tell you, out of everything in Awaken, I regret I fought him on that. I regret I fought him on that. I wish, and I got a Rolodex, get one of those pretty white girls, come on, and we would have filmed it. I told him, no, time does not permit. He wanted me to get, and then he, at his hotel room, the cheap little hotel I put him in, I didn't put him in no 5-star hotel. I'm keeping it real. He made a video because everybody's keeping track with it. He made a video. It's going to be a snow bunny in the movie. After I told him, I said, Dr. Umar, we don't have the time to squeeze trying to get an actress. Like, I didn't want to do it because I felt I wanted some kind of control. It was a control thing on my part because he was switching everything up. So I'm like, no, I'm not giving you that scene. I regret I did not do it. I bend over for everything. He wanted Black Queen Forever, Snow Bunny Never, and he wanted to have a scene making out with a white woman. So, sir, if you ask me, your fantasy is to be with a Caucasian woman. That's my opinion.
I agree this to be true. There was some research here. I put this picture up. Looked like Umar had something going on with a white woman or someone he might have went to school with. Who knows? You guys have all seen this picture. This is a white woman on this picture that he's kind of next to. This is the man that says, Snow Bunnies Never, Black Queens Forever. I find it interesting that Umar talks this type of talk, but here we got a little photograph with him with a white woman. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Then we have, for the most part, we have this very interesting picture that I want to show you all right here. You know how Umar always talks about white people this and that. Well, look at Umar with some white fans right here, everybody. Have y'all seen this picture before? Take a look at that. Let your eyes gloat on that right now, everybody. We bring you the receipts over here. Umar Johnson, I think he was at one of his book sales or whatever the hell, when he honks his books. And he takes a picture with a white man and white woman. And they're smiling. He's got a little grin on his face. And but this is a man that talks about white folks this, white folks that. Da-da-da-da-da. But he had no problem selling a book to white folks and taking fan photograph. Has anybody seen this photo? If you've seen this photo before, put 7s in the chat room. I'm just gonna let y'all look at that for a minute. Right, this is a little bit of tunes, What's going on, Dr. Sebi? What's going on, Lisa Johnson? Keeping it plain. Thank you for coming over. With Kitty, Nubian, I see you. Pretty brown eyes, Mr. Dr. Music. Dr. Music, I watched your latest video, man. Pretty good stuff. I agree with where you was coming from. Make sure y'all check out Dr. Music's channel. The voice of Venus. What's going on, sister? Thank you. S, if I'm saying your name right, S. Terraville. I don't know if I'm saying that name right, but you said a couple of my friends are snow bunnies actually, and the snow bunnies spoiled them. All right, enough of that. Let's bring the volume of the music down. Y'all got a little taste of Umar Johnson right there. Another thing that Mary had said is that Umar had this nasty bag. She dropped a video. I'm a member of her channel, and she dropped this video where he had this nasty bag that he keeps. She said beautiful beads in, but he also has a revolver. Because why? Because Umar Johnson knows that there's people out there that don't like him, that he has ripped off, that he has lied to. Remember, he took money from King Randall. He was supposed to speak at King Randall's school and didn't show up, took the man's money. So he knows he's got enemies out there. And on the video, I clipped on the video a piece of what the bag looked like. She said it's a kind of a brown, this is the bag right here. So as he was walking, she got the upside down view of him walking in this little part right here that looks kind of yellowy. She said it was a really, really dirty bag that he kept on him. And she said that even when they were filming the movie Awaken, he tried to keep the bag on him while he was filming the movie. And she said, Umar, you can't have this bag on you, man, while we're making this movie. And then he gave it to her. She looked in it and she saw that he had some beautiful African beads in it, but he also had a revolver in it. This man had a gun on him while they were making the movie. Why does Umar have a revolver unless Umar is concerned for his safety?
Tell the truth.
Right, that's a good point. Is he getting on planes? Is he getting on airplanes like this with a revolver? You know he can't do that. If they would have busted him, he'd be in a lot of trouble. So I just find it interesting that he would take a weapon to a movie set or to a movie production with black people and have a revolver in his bag. And the only thing I could think of is that he has a revolver in his bag is because he's trying to protect himself, because I think that he's shook. Honor says this a lot. When you see him out there in those abandoned buildings, when he's on his social media talking, he's always looking behind him like this. And when a car goes, he's paranoid. Paranoia. And you know, when you're using drugs, allegedly, that can make you paranoid too. Okay? So let's get to this right here. I want to get to this research. So anyway, I'm going to get to the research. Here we go. So anyway, I had a conversation with Honors, as you all may know, by email. Honor says 1.6 million is the bare minimum amount in donations that Umar collected from 2019 through 2024. He did not report 1.6 million to the IRS. Interesting. Umar reported a total of $1,277,860 to the IRS, which includes the $572,409 in cash that is setting in a non-interest bearing account. Umar only reported from 2020 through 2024, or did he? Okay, right here. As far as the payment arrangement from the city of Wilmington, there is no way to know for sure. Umar could have gone into a payment arrangement, or he could have paid it off in full. But if he had paid it off in full, I believe he would be bragging about it on social media right now. Y'all know how this man is. And if he had paid it off, he would be boasting, just like I said, beating his chest and letting it be known that his critics are liars and that he's got one up on the critics, you see? So that's why I don't think so, because he's just too narcissistic to keep this all to himself, everybody. Umar could have gone into a payment arrangement, or he could have paid it off. It's also possible that he did not pay it off, right? That's right, in full, and did not go into a payment agreement. Either way, the truth will come out at some point. That's right, Honor. That's right. That's right.
Tell the truth.
And I had already said that I did some research too, and I couldn't find any records of any of this stuff. And then I also put up there for you all to see that sometimes there could be legal entanglements that could delay an auction or even the payment plan if there was to be one. Like I said, I don't think he has one, because he would have been bragging about how everything is okay, family. Everything is okay. We haven't lost the buildings. The buildings remain under the FDMG flag. Tumda Duma Day. You know how this man is. He's too He's too emotional and too braggadocious to hold this shit back. And he disappeared from social media for quite some time. We haven't heard from Umar. Where is Umar Johnson? Where is Umar Johnson? That's what I'm saying, everybody.
Tell the truth.
Let's go into some more record data about this. Let's go.
For about
2 schools, 4 buildings.
2 schools, 4 buildings for $400,000.
It was more than that.
Okay. Well,
notice that Umar Johnson stated that the purchase price was more than $400,000. Umar Johnson did not reveal exactly how much more the purchase price was.
2 schools, 4 buildings for $400,000.
It was more than that.
Okay. Well, everybody wants to know, where's the extra money? Where'd the extra money go?
For the purpose of this video, we will accept the online record as factual and establish that the purchase price was at least $400,000. Therefore, we can state that by February 9, 2019, Umar Johnson had raised at least $400,000 to purchase the abandoned buildings in Wilmington, Delaware. With $400,000 established as the minimum amount of donation money raised, we can now review Umar Johnson's IRS Form 990 return for the year 2020. The Form 990 is an organized...
Boom. Let's go to here go to 990. The 990, I froze it right there. The 990 is what you have to go through to get a exemption status as a nonprofit. So here is his 990 in 2020. Let's hear the rest.
Organization exempt from income tax document that must be submitted to the IRS in order to maintain nonprofit status.
Right there. Let's continue. That's the document.
Umar Johnson's nonprofit status associated with the FDMG Academy allows Umar Johnson to collect FDMG Academy donations without having to pay taxes on the money raised. Umar Johnson's IRS Form 990 return shows that Umar Johnson reported to the IRS that he received no FDMG Academy donations for the year 2020. However, under the Part 10 balance sheet section, Umar Johnson reported that he had $518,048 cash in a non-interest-bearing account at the beginning of 2020. This cash is the FDMG Academy donation money left over after he purchased the abandoned buildings in Wilmington, Delaware for at least $400,000. Logically, therefore, we can add the 2019 purchase price of at least $400,000 to the remaining cash in the non-interest-bearing account of $518,048. Calculations show that the total minimum FDMG Academy donations raised by Umar Johnson at the beginning of 2020 was $918,048. It must be noted that the document also shows that the end of the year cash balance was $572,409. Logically, therefore, we can add the 2019 purchase price of at least $400,000 to the end of the year remaining cash in the non-interest-bearing account of $572,409. Calculations show that the total minimum FDMG Academy donations raised by Umar Johnson at the end of 2020 was $972,409. Umar Johnson's Form 990 return document for the year 2021
This is the year 2021 document.
Shows that Umar Johnson raised $177,892 in 2020 and $116,585 in 2021. Since Umar Johnson did not report the $177,892 to the IRS on his 2020 Form 990 return, we can add the $177,892 to the total FDMG Academy donations raised. Calculations show that the total minimum FDMG Academy donations raised by Umar Johnson at the end of 2020 was $1,150,301. We can now add the $116,585 raised in 2021 to the total minimum FDMG Academy donations raised. Calculations show that the total minimum FDMG Academy donations raised by Umar Johnson at the end of 2021 was $1,266,886. Umar Johnson's Form 990 return for the year 2022 shows that Umar Johnson raised $0 in donations. Umar Johnson's Form 990 return document for the year 2023 shows that Umar Johnson raised $121,646 in 2022.
So basically, you see that he is earning money, but at the end of the day, you still got abandoned buildings. He's not really investing the money properly into the buildings to make it a school.
And $204,822 in donations in 2023. Since Umar Johnson did not report the $121,646 to the IRS on his 2022 Form 990 return, we can add the $121,646 to the total FDMG Academy donations raised. Calculations show that the total minimum donations raised by Umar Johnson at the end of 2022 was $1,388,532. We can now add the $204,822 raised in 2023 to the total minimum FDMG Academy donations raised.
This is crazy. This man did have money, and he didn't invest it well with the buildings.
Calculations show that the total minimum FDMG Academy donations raised by Umar Johnson at the end of 2023.
It's basically a scam that Umar Johnson's been running for quite some time. You're absolutely correct.
Was $1,593,354. Umar Johnson's Form 990 document for the year 2024 shows that Umar Johnson raised $84,506 in 2024. We can now add the $84,506 raised in 2024 to the total minimum FDMG Academy donations raised. Calculation shows that the total minimum FDMG Academy donations raised by Umar Johnson at the end of 2024 was $1,677,860. Therefore, it can be factually stated that Umar Johnson has raised a bare minimum of $1,677,860 in FDMG Academy donations through the year 2024. A critical question that we should ask is, why did Umar Johnson tell people in April of 2025 that he had not raised $1 million in FDMG Academy donations?
Now, mind you, Black Lives Matter raised what? $100 million? I don't think they ever got audited. We never broke $1 million. We got audited.
This is back in April 3rd, 2025. That's this year that he lied about this, everybody. This is what he did this year. This didn't happen 2-3 years ago. This is right now.
Year before last. And we had to show him everything. The man was
You ain't broke $1 million?
Nah, close to it, but we ain't broke $1 million, which is fine.
He just lied, everybody. He did break $1 million, and I'm going to put that number back up here that Honors put out. This is the very modest number that Honors put out. I think he gave it a lower than what it is. He probably earned more than this, but once again, he collected by up to now $1,676,860. So Umar Johnson did get over he did get over $1 million, or he did get $1 million and plus. And he's been lying on podcasts and lying to people, saying that he hasn't gotten anything because black people haven't given him anything. There's more of his treachery and his lies. Let me also go ahead and do this. Let's break down. I did some research in Wilmington about the cost of what it would be create a school. Let me break something down. What has been done? He purchased required buildings in Wilmington. Johnson announced some years ago that he would have attained a former school building on elementary school to house the FDMG Academy. We know that. The physical renovations and infrastructure work began partially completed. It's not completed at all. The windows have been were boarded up, but as of early 2023, the boards were removed. We remember that. He removed them because everybody in the Cookie Crush chat and everybody listening was criticizing him, so he wanted to show face. Public statements, fundraising, and community engagement. Dr. Umar has made multiple public updates and videos and speeches about the program, but he has not done no real fundraising. Like I said, he didn't do any fundraising for book bags, no nothing. It's all a lie. What has not been done or remains unconfirmed problematic? One, school has not opened for students as of the last sources. Multiple reports say that although the construction is near finish, in Johnson's words, the school is not yet operating. No students, no full faculty, classroom, no nothing. Two, major outstanding work still required. HVAC, plumbing, and electricity finishing remain. Nope. Finding gaps remain. Johnson has estimated needing more money for repairs, finishing work, and utilities. Finances, legal issues. There are reports of unpaid vacant property. Notice from the city of Wilmington potentially auctioning the school. Bank accounts issues. Okay, those are some of the things that I highlight to get us to where we are. Key verified and credible updates. Nonprofit status and financial filing. FDMG Leadership Academy is registered as a 501c3 nonprofit. First, the fiscal year ending in December 2023, filing shows zero. Now, this is what my research found out. For the fiscal year ending in December 2024, filing shows zero revenue or zero program services. That means what? What does that mean, everybody? That means that when it says zero revenue and zero program and services, meaning there's no school. There's no revenue that he's gained for the school by having kids pay for the school because it's supposed to be a private school. He's gained no revenue. He's got nothing going on up there because there's nothing going on. Okay? Program services, income, etc. A list of assets are about 6,034,436. Suggests that the legal form and holds assets, but it's not reported operational income in that most recent years. There is no operational income because he has no school, he has no tuition coming in, he has no students, he has nothing. Property and outstanding fees, auction threats, the city of Wilmington. Property registration fees are in jeopardy. Also, there are unpaid utility bills. Johnson claims that the city placed a notice on his building door rather than property mail. Deadlines. So this is all the stuff that we know that's been going on. It's just a summary, everybody. Vandalism. We know about the vandalism situation. Construction near finished status, but no opening. Johnson has made multiple statements saying that they are near the finish line. As of far credible sources show, there has been no opening of the academy for students as of September 25th. Remember, he said the school was going to open this September? Not open. Bank accounts and financial access issues. Right here. Unverified conflicts, claims, and gaps. I did not find credible primary document showing that the school has received full regulatory approval, ladies and gentlemen, from Wilmington, Delaware Department of Education to operate as a K-12 school, or that it has been licensed. Umar Johnson has not bothered to get it licensed. He has not bothered to make it known as a school in the community because it ain't nothing. He ain't got nothing. Reports of revenue are contradictory while donations claimed publicly the IRS is filing for 2024 show zero revenue. Now, according to Honors on there, he did show that he got that revenue that he showed was under the nonprofit. So he don't have to worry about them tagging that money. I'm talking about the money that he's earned through the podcast, through going publicly. This is what I think Umar is doing so that he can mask how much money he's making. I think he's getting paid under the table. I think when he's on the podcast, he's telling those people on the podcast, pay me in cash. I think he's paying his child support whenever he pays it in cash so that there's not a record of a trail that leads to his ass. I think when he's giving those public speaking, he's asking them to give him cash. No checks, no money orders, no debit cards. That's how he's dancing around not paying no taxes on the money that he does make. That would be what can be considered his personal money. Do y'all hear where I'm coming from, where I'm going here? Put sevens in the chat room if y'all hearing what we're talking about right now. Let me put this up right here. Current status as of September 25th. Putting this all together, everybody. FDMG Academy remains unopened to students. The building is in a precarious financial and legal situation, potential facing auction to outstanding fees and utilities. The nonprofit organization exists, has assessed, but apparently little or no recent income. There was significant damage to the educational cultural materials, which has set back progress. That's the damage in the big building where he claimed he had bookshelves and all kind of bullshit over there. Johnson is calling for public support donations to cover debts and finish the last work needed, which he said was putting towels on the ground. This is crazy.
Tell the truth.
Put those sevens if you're with me, if you're hearing what I'm talking about, if it's making any kind of sense. Umar Johnson is a terrible individual, y'all. Check this out. Let's go back in memory lane. Remember when he was hawking this crap to us? Check this out. Put sevens if y'all remember this video. Here we go.
Peace and love, Black family. This is the Prince of Pan-Africanism, Dr. Umar Johnson, King Kong Consciousness. I'm giving you an outside tour of the FDMG Academy. That's what we're doing right here. This building that you're looking at right now, this building, this is the yard. This is going to be the yard, okay? This might be our garden. You know, we got to get that agricultural science in, but I think we're going to buy another piece of land to do the agriculture. I think we may leave this as a playground for the youth. We may leave this as a playground.
I want y'all to remember that he said this about he wants to make the school, he want to create a separate school for agriculture. I'm about to bust Umar Johnson out with something that I'm going to show y'all in a few minutes. Let's continue.
For the youth, what you're seeing right here. This may stay the playground for the youth. This building right now, that's a small gym.
Put sevens if y'all remember this video.
Gymnasium. The building that you're looking at.
Thank you, everybody, for being here and your support.
Okay?
Appreciate
That's
you all.
the entrance.
Thank you.
We got some graffiti we're going to have to take care of, but this is a small gym. We're going to turn this into...
So I believe this was when, tell me if I'm wrong or right, everybody. And once again, I thank you all for being here. I give you all a clap.
Tell the truth.
I told y'all, man, I try to bring it. I try to bring it when I talk about Umar. I try to bring the facts to the situation, just like everyone else. This is a earlier video of when I believe he first, purchased these buildings. And that's why he's giving you all these promises. Oh, this is going to be the playground for kids. Do you see a playground there right now? Is there any playground right there right now? Oh, we're going to have agriculture here. Well, maybe we'll buy another school for agriculture. I'm going to bust him out on that too. Let's continue.
A community center, all right? Patrice Lumumba, Robert Sobukwe Community Center, when we want to do parties, meet and greets, you know, think tanks, town hall meetings. Obviously, we got to do some cleaning up. I'm going to have to come in and do some cleaning up right here. Over here is the main school building. You're looking at the main school building.
Let me stop right here. He says he's got to come in and do some cleaning up. We have never seen anybody with hard hats on, anybody doing real cleanup work. But he had black women who were volunteering to go out there and help him. You don't see those people around anymore because he has done what? He's burned his bridges. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? He has burned his bridges, y'all. He has burned them. And that's why you don't see those folks out there no more.
Looking at the main school building right there, brothers and sisters. Okay. This is the main school building. All right. Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. All right. This is the main school building. Okay. Very large. This is the gym. We have a very large gym. We can do all of our...
No, he's the Prince of Pan lies. He's a panlastic liar. He's fantastic in his lies. He's the Prince of Pan lying.
Conferences, workshops, our Black Wall Street. Okay, very modern school in the inside. Very modern school in the inside. You're going to see that when you look at the inside tour video. Okay, as you can see, we got some land back here. Okay, maybe we can put our Orisha shrines back.
Here we go. All these promises that he made. Remember, this is back when he first purchased these buildings. What was it, 2019? Here we are in 2025. Am I correct? Tell me if I'm correct in the chat room. If I'm not correct, correct me with the right number. But I think he purchased these in 2019. It's 2025. We'll be in 2026 in no time. And he's done none of these things that he keeps saying he wants to do. I mean, oh my God.
Back here, okay? Maybe we can put our Orisha shrines back here. You're looking at the main school.
Let me say peace and respect to Lady Lucky Club who coming over. Appreciate you.
Tell the truth.
Dr. Steele, my brother, I see you in the chat room. Thank you, Dr. Steele. I know you be supporting my channel quite a bit. I appreciate you, Dr. Steele. Clap to you too.
Tell the truth.
Miss Independent. Everybody in here, Miss Independent, Nubian, all of you that have come over, that's part of the Cookie Crush chat. Also, my regular folks that support me over here as well. I appreciate you. I also want to appreciate everybody that subscribed to this channel. Let me just do this real quick. I just want to give some respect where respect needs to be given. I want to thank everybody that has subscribed to this channel, that are not only watching the Umar Johnson content that I have on this channel, but are watching the content that I do about other subject matters. You saw that I did some talk about the Charlie Kirk situation. So I want to thank you, because it proves that I can still do content about Umar Johnson, which is the content that you may like the most. But at the same time, you will give respect and love to the content that I do about other things that affect Black people as well, because I will be cranking out content, because I like my channel to be balanced with different content. I don't like to just do the same type of content. When there's something to talk about this individual, Umar, I will, but I like to have it balanced out. This is just my advice to people that do YouTube. You must balance your channel, because what happens when you don't balance it is that then the people who like the other content, they're not going to come over and watch that content when you don't balance your content out for things that other people are going to watch besides just the content that might be getting the most views at the time. You must keep everything in perspective. So doing this content is necessary for mainly because, like I told you, as long as Umar Johnson keeps doing the stuff that he's doing, I'm going to report on it. But I will report on other stuff. Now, people will say, oh, you're Johnny come lately. No, I've been doing Umar content back when you would catch a lot of hell for doing it. See, there's a lot of people that's doing content now, but some people weren't doing content like myself, of course, Honors, and a few others. Back when you would do this content and you had a lot of people that were still rocking with Umar, and you would get a lot of consequences for it, such as people doxing you and things of that nature. See, I did videos where I expose Polite, Nature Boy, these kind of individuals too. Art Kelly. So I try to balance my channel out, and I appreciate you all watching, and I thank you, and I give you another clap again. Let's get back to it. Once again, this is a video when he first purchased these buildings, and he's going off about how he's going to have all this imaginary stuff. And what I'm about to show you after I play these imaginary videos is I'm going to show you how one man, a Black man, can do the same thing that Umar has been lying to you about, and he can make it happen. Let's continue on.
This is the Frederick Douglass building. And look at this. We got a nice walkway. We got a nice walkway, brothers and sisters. We got a nice walkway.
Right. And that's all you got is a walkway.
Goes all the way to the end.
Right. And that's all you got is a walkway. You ain't got nothing else, no faculty.
This walkway goes all the way to the end. This is beautiful. We can meditate back here. We can have a private cookout back here. Okay, you see the windows. We can meditate back here. We can have a private cookout back here. Okay. If the sisters want to come and do some yoga when it's nice and warm outside, when we do that Pan-African picnic, we can come back here. Okay. We got the Boys and Girls Club right in back.
Woo. Here goes the next video I'm going to show y'all. Remember this video? This is part of that video. Remember this video right here?
That's a large community park. We can put a stage there, have our conscious hip hop concert, our conscious R&B concert. We can have over 100 vendors. We can have over 100 vendors, brothers and sisters. You're still looking.
More of his BS. Let me show y'all something real quick. This is very important, what I want to show y'all. This is very important. Ask yourself, does Umar have any of this? I did some research on opening up schools in Delaware, and Umar could have actually opened a small school had he been serious about this. And let me go ahead and show you something. Let me see. Do I have this right here? Concrete examples of small schools, 50 students. So if you start off with 50 students, there are examples of round numbers calculating below to give you a real estimate first year picture of what it would do for the first year. So one-time setup, renovation, furniture, permanents, right? Legal makeup is $273,000, y'all. He had that money money already. Annual operating lease, salary, insurance, and utilities would have been $569,000. He had the money to open up at least a small school with just 50 students. Do y'all understand this is what my research has garnered me? Estimated first year total of expenses would be $842,000. That's one-time fiscal year operating budget. Umar said that he was going to charge $500 tuition. Assumptions used, $10,000 month lease, $120,000 year modest renovation, $150,000, 5 teachers. So we're talking about a minimum of faculty, 5 teachers. Administrator gets $400,000. Well, this is his estimates, y'all. Salary, benefits, other line items as shown above. For large enrollment scale, these line items increase 150 to 200 students. So the more students that you have, the more your expenses go up. So if he had 150 students, 200 students, commonly requires $1 million to $3 million in a startup and $1 million year to operate per student number to help price tuition planning. I did the research, y'all. Published estimates of operating costs per pupil varies widely. Many private schools run roughly $17,000, $80,000 per student year, depending on programs, staffing. Using this estimated requiring tuition revenue after factorizing and scholarship fundraising and what have you. So Umar, if he would have started with just 50 students, 40 students, 20 students, that would have lowered his operation costs in the beginning. Umar earned enough money to open up a small school. He kept talking about the small building. He could have actually opened up a small program in the small building had he just got that shit fixed up right. And I told y'all that I called 2 of these engineering companies, one construction company, and I called a engineering company that was part of the Delaware Black Business Directory. Both of them didn't know who Umar Johnson was, never heard of him. So that means that Umar did not seek help from those in the community. And then I'm going to call the other numbers of the other. I got 2 of them. There's 3 more that I got to contact because I don't think Umar, as I told you, did not ingratiate himself into the community. He's full of it. I just want y'all to know this about this man. I just wanted to put that up here because this is very powerful stuff here, everybody. Let me get myself back on board here. And then what I want to do after putting it up, let's go with the let me see. Give me 1 minute. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, major cost categories when building a school: faculty, lease, or purchase, plus renovations to meet code, classrooms, bathrooms, accessibility, fire safety. You gotta have accessibility under ADA rules when you have students that have disabilities. Renovation, building out to the walls, HVAC, electricity, sprinklers. Is the sprinkling system working? Bathrooms, playground security, local permits, inspections and add-on fees, furniture technology, right? Utilities, marketing, furniture. He hasn't gotten any of this shit. This shit is not opening. Umar has just been lying and playing games, everybody, all this time. Now, I'm about to bust him out. I'm about to bust him out. Umar said this right here. I want y'all to hear right here. I want to play this one more time, just right here. Listen.
Peace and love, Black family. This is the Prince of Pan-Africanism, Dr. Umar Johnson, King Kong Consciousness. I'm giving you an outside tour of the FDMG Academy. That's what we're doing right here. This building that you're looking at right now, this building, this is the yard. This is going to be the yard, okay? This might be our garden. You know, we got to get that agricultural science in, but I think we're going to buy another piece of land to do the agriculture. I think we may leave this as a playground for the youth. We may leave this as a playground for the youth, what you're seeing right here. This may stay.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce something to you. Umar Johnson said that he wanted to turn the school, have a playground. He also talked about agriculture, how he wanted to have an agriculture program. Well, there's actually a school in Georgia called Chattanooga Hills Charter School, founded by a black man. Everything that Umar said that he wants to do, they're doing it at this school. Why are we donating money to a man who's playing games with us and not a place like this? I've got more video to show you. Let's break down their mission statement. The mission statement for this place, Chattanooga Hills. I may not be saying that correctly. This was founded in 2020. I'm going to have one of the kids tell you the proper pronunciation of this school. But the mission of Chattanooga Hills Charter School is to inspire all children to the highest level of academic achievement through a rigorous curriculum that integrates the wonders of nature in the world. This was founded by a black man. I'm going to show you what their budget is. Umar Johnson's been bullshitting around. He could have created something like this, but he had to take his time and build it step by step. He wanted the whole enchilada, and now let's hear it for yourself. Check this out, everybody. Check this out.
Tell the truth.
My mom came to me one day when I was little. She was like, hey, I found this really cool school. It's called Chat Hills. I was like, okay, what's it about?
It's in Georgia.
She was like, it's about nature. And I think this would be a really good fit for you. I think you could really learn some things from this place. You could learn how to be grateful for what you have, and you can learn to be respectful. And everyone here is just so loving and so just awesome.
Chattahoochee Hills Charter School is located in South
Chattahoochee Hills. I want to say, I didn't say Chattahoochee Hills, located, let the man say it. This is the black man. See, this brother started with nothing and build it up. He didn't like put it all together at one time. He had this land and he built it up little by little by little by little. Umar could have done something like this had he been willing to start slow and build up over the years. Remember, this was founded in 2012. Umar is still setting up here in 2000. Check this out. Umar told you, oh my God. Umar told you in 2013 that he was going to have, in 2010, he told you that he was going to have a school ready in 2013. This man put together a school in 2012 and has started off slow, and he has built it up to what you're going to see right here. Umar still working on dirt roads. Let's go.
And you can learn to be respectful. And everyone here is just so loving and so just awesome.
Chattahoochee Hills Charter School is located in South Fulton, Georgia, in the city of Chattahoochee Hills. Our campus is 11 acres. We have individual pod buildings. Our structure is set up so that all the classrooms.
Let's see that brother's name again. I want y'all to see his name because I had my...
Our campus is 11 acres. We have individual...
Patrick Muhammad. The land, he has 11 acres. So you know this brother purchased the land and he probably started building buildings on the land in Chattahoochee Hills. He probably started building it little by little by little. Now, he probably got some grant money and all of that. I know Umar always talks about how, I ain't taking no government money. Dude, you ain't got nothing going. This man is educating black kids right now while Umar's just on social media running his mouth. Why give him your money, black women? Why give Umar Johnson your money, black man and black woman, when this man has a working model?
Pod buildings. Our structure is set up so that all the classrooms can receive natural light with their patio doors. Our children experience trail hikes at least once a month. And then what's so cool, we have so many animals on campus. We have rabbits and chickens and snakes and goats and ponies even a Packers. We believe.
Wait a minute. Ain't that what Umar be? He really got. Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Wait a minute now. I ain't laughing at that, brother. I'm laughing at something specifically. That brother said, we got goats and we got Packers and we got chickens. The thing that's crazy about it is that that's what Umar be saying, but he ain't got it. He ain't got none of it. That's what's crazy about it, is that Umar be saying, we gonna have, what did he say in that video? He said, we gonna have, this gonna be the kids' playground. He can't even put a playground together on the damn grass that he owns. We gonna have an agriculture, but that's gonna be another school, another building, another school. This Umar runs off at the mouth about what he gonna have, and this man is telling you what he's got. Not what he wants to have, but what he already has. It makes it that much funny because what he's saying almost sounds like Umar talking, but the difference is that he's actually got it.
We have so many animals on campus. We have rabbits and chickens and snakes and goats and ponies, even a Packers.
He said we got he said we got snakes and we got a Packer and we got goats. The same shit that Umar be saying, but he actually got it. Thank you, Brother Steele, for the $10 super chat. He says this right here. The brother said right here, let's read what he had to say. We know why Umar didn't take any grant money. Right, because to take grant money, you have to be held accountable what you do with the money. What's going on, everybody? I appreciate y'all being here, but y'all get my humor and my seriousness of what I'm talking about. Right here, Dr. Steele says, we know why Umar didn't take any grant money. When you take grant money, you have to have documentation of the right, of the purpose of use of the money. You have to document everything. You're absolutely right. What's going on, Jones? Says, Nubian God, seriously, he's actually doing what? Right, he's actually doing what he can do, what he can to worsen it for all of us, calling himself the Black Christ to make folks trust him. Right. That's a good statement there. Very good statement. What's going on, Jonathan Kidd? What's going on, my brother? And everybody in the chat room. Hey, Jonathan Kidd. Woo. What's going on? This brother right here, who's been in the chat room putting up some good statements and what have you. I appreciate y'all, man. I really do. I appreciate you. So let me see if I can fix this right here. How did I have? Oh, let me take this off of here. Boom. Put that back over here. There we go. I can see everybody's statements in the chat room. Let me see. He says this right here, brother S. Talbot. I don't know if I can, because Umar has the slick mouth. Yeah, he has a slick mouth. Nubian God says, that is so adorable. Yeah, it is adorable what they're doing with the kids there. Let me get back to that video. Black Anonymous, y'all should look into it because that's where we should give our money to that brother. He doing it. Now, I have never heard of Patrick Muhammad until now. That's right. That's right. You got it here on the Information Man show. But this is the thing that's crazy. I got to let it play one more time where he talks about what he has there, because to me, it's a parody of Umar Johnson's lies, because what he's talking about actually exists. It exists. The brother has it. It's no cap. He's got it. He's showing us.
And chickens and snakes and goats and ponies, even a Packers. We believe that we're that ideal school that an imagining mind of a 5-year-old would try to attend.
Being from New York, I wanted something different for my kids. I am not exactly an outdoor person, but them coming here.
Boom. She's a board member. This is very important,
kids, y'all. I am not.
Boom. Michelle's is governing board member of and parent. When I had brother El Malik Abdul Muhammad on my show for an interview, he said that when you go into a nonprofit venture like this, like building a school, you have to have board members. You have to have people there to do checks and balances on what's going on with the money and how you're handling stuff. Umar doesn't have any board. This brother, Patrick Muhammad, has this sister right here who's not only a board member, but she's also a parent. So he's got the community involved. Umar's not doing any of these things. Let's continue.
Exactly an outdoor person. But them coming here gave them.
Yes. AKD, positive energy to everyone. Please thank you, my sister. Thank you and clap to you. Lisa Johnson, looks like a peaceful place. Yes, my sister is very peaceful. Sister though, are y'all really getting what I'm saying? This man is telling you about the animals and the stuff that he has there, and he has it as he's talking about it. Umar talks about it and has nothing but this. This is the difference. This is the equalizing difference. And what's up to my man, Brother Yaupo? In the building. Fun facts. If you got a puppy on the day Umar said he was opening the school based on the average lifespan of a dog, that puppy would be deceased now. Oh my God, but that's true.
Tell the truth.
That's true. That's true,
Tell
brother.
the truth.
That's a damn shame, but it's true. Now, come on now. Here it is. This is what we got to show for it. This is what you got to show for it. He purchased it in 2019. He's been running this scam for close to 20 years because remember, he conceived of the idea in 2004, started collecting money in 2005, been running this long con all this time. He purchased the schools in 2019. It's almost close to 7 years now that he still got these same ass buildings. He has made no progress. And you telling me we should donate to this shit? And not what this brother's got going on here?
Exposure to hikes and eating outside during the day together, even though they were in separate grades. For my son, he did go to a traditional elementary school before coming to Chattahoochee Hills Charter School, and he blossomed. He was very nervous that he would get things wrong, but here at Chattahoochee Hills Charter School, they encouraged him so much, and it was a lot of group work, and that helped him to do so much better.
I love the environment here at Chattahoochee Hills Charter School.
It's a very peaceful environment, like everybody's saying in chat. It's a very peaceful environment. Umar does not have a peaceful environment. He has, I hate to say this. Umar does not have a peaceful environment. He has Red Fox. He has Red Fox or Sanford and Son junkyard. Yeah, that's right, Ayapo. It's Chattanooga Hill Charter School in Georgia. My God, Umar has done nothing for us. He's done nothing with the donations that y'all have given money. I was a donator to Umar at one point in time when I thought he was legitimate. And then as I realized he wasn't legitimate, I pulled away. But he's done nothing with the money that y'all have given him.
I love that they get to do something different than they would get at their regular zone school. I love that they get to get outside and get dirty and become one with nature. I see them be more compassionate.
They doing science, agriculture science. Umar said, we're going to do all of that. We're going to fly planes. They're doing everything there that Umar only thought of and dreamed about in his mind. Unbelievable, man.
With the environment, with the earth. They teach us things. We go on the trails. We started hiking since my kids started going to this school. We never was a family that hiked.
We're the diamond in the woods. This is 25 plus years in public education, and I have never worked at a school that is more family oriented and supported than Chattahoochee Hills Charter School.
Chattahoochee Hills.
My kids are being taught to just be kind, and we have a very kind.
This is a beautiful, everybody, let's take a moment to enjoy and praise and respect the beauty of our children. This is a beautiful photograph. I actually do a little photography with my cameras and stuff, and this is a fantastic photo of these young children being nurtured and learning at this beautiful school campus it's a campus that is surrounded by nature. Do you know what this is going to do as these young people grow up into adulthood? The impact of this kind of environment. This is a beautiful environment. Remember, Umar Johnson brought those buildings in a bad neighborhood where they have drugs. I'm sorry, I got to be honest, but they have drugs and they have crime and they have high incidence of violence. At one point in time, they were ranked. What did Honor say? A couple years back, they were ranked number 6 in the country as one of the worst cities. He wants you to pay him $500 tuition for your kids to go to school in a very not a great neighborhood, in an area where there's some environmental problems compared to what they got going on here with nature. Come on, everybody. Come on. Come on. Let's not go for the okie doke now.
Leader, and they get to see that every day. This school has just been a blessing to our family.
Now, woo, let's let the kids take us on a tour. Here we go.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Chattahoochee Hills Charter School. I'm Kendall. I've been a student here since kindergarten. Today, we're going to show you all of our great aspects of the school. Let's go.
This is the greenhouse. Everyone is responsible for planting, growing, and harvesting a variety of fruits and vegetables, along with other edible plants. On to the next spot.
Next up, we have our art class.
You're right, Dr.
With a
Steele.
focus in the arts, our students engage in our visual arts program where they learn how to draw, paint, design, and other visual art aspects. Let's go to the trail. A great thing about our school is that we have nature trails. Our trails can provide information about the environment, its changes, and what we're learning in the classroom. Now let's go to the farm.
This is fantastic.
This is our farm. After seeds have grown to seedlings, we transport them to the farm to be harvested. In our agriculture class, we learn about the essentials of farming for a bountiful harvest.
Umar Johnson talks about it, and they being about it.
And finally,
Tell the truth.
This is where we eat lunch. You can hang out with friends. You can relax on the hammock, or you can play a quick game
Beautiful
of basketball
place. Beautiful.
on our court.
Damn,
There are various sports you can play using our court and field.
that's beautiful.
And that's it. You can definitely tell Chad runs in his very own unique way. We learn more about art, agriculture, and environment, and that's because learning's in our nature.
Man, everybody, what did you seriously think about that? I thought it was beautiful. Dr. Steele left me another super chat, which I thank you.
Thank you for the super chat.
But I want to put his super chat up because he made a good point here. What's going on, Black Anonymous? What's going on, everybody? Look, we got Lucky. We got Lady Luck Club. She says $2 from Lady Luck Club. Keep up the great work. Information man, salute to you. Salute to you too, sister. Thank you. Thank you. Dr. Steele. Let me see. Dr. Steele has said that let's also bring money management to the table. Property, money management. Yeah, what you see at Chattanooga Hill, Dr. Umar mismanaged his money. He mismanaged. You're absolutely right. What you see going on there is that they managed the money right, Jonathan Kidd. What do you think? How long was this school been in existence? Okay, I'll show you right here, brother. It's been in existence since 2012. I had just made that point that Umar Johnson said that the school originally was, his buildings were going to be originally open, remember? He said originally was going to open in 2013. Well, this school's been open since 2012. Let me give you their mission statement again, everybody. See, y'all didn't know I was going to come with this powerful stuff here, right? Here is the mission statement right here. The mission of Chattanooga Hills Charter School. I cannot say that for some reason. Chattanooga Hills Charter School is to inspire all our children to the highest level of academic achievement through a rigorous curriculum that integrates the wonders of nature in the world. It was founded in 2020 by Brother Patrick Muhammad, who's on that video. The community put this school together. This is where you need to put your money at legitimate stuff, not Umar Johnson's dreams of grandeur. And that's just the truth, everybody. Tw 2012, that's right. Jonathan Major says, how long? He said his school is awesome. He says the school is awesome. Tommy Dorsey says this is beautiful, taking our children back to the land which we came from. That's right. That's right. Empress said that beautiful school, such a nurturing atmosphere. Absolutely nurturing. Absolutely. What you get with Umar Johnson is an environment that is not a very good environment. Plus, they've got environmental problems. So why would you want to send? Why would you? Let's say that Chuck Ahucha Hills Charter School will cost your kid $500. Why would you give Umar Johnson $500 for nothing when you can give that money to this program that is in a more nurturing environment and he's got real stuff going on here? Let me tell you what he spent for operating costs. Let's put this up right here. I did a little research on this school. The cost to establish Chuckaucha Hills Charter School included a construction cost of $3.6 million for the first year, and first year operational budget was $3.3 million. Umar Johnson is bullshitting around with y'all. The school also faced some challenges during its initial phase, including temporary facilities and delays in construction. Okay, but they were transparent, everybody. Let me show you how transparent they are. Boom, right here. Chuckaucha Hills Charter School Incorporated. It's incorporated. Type of nonprofit designation is a 501c3, right? According to its June 2024 tax filings, nonprofit, they took in revenue of about about 8.24 million in revenue. Expenses were 9.34 million. Total assets were 10.6 million. Total liabilities 13.6 million, because you gotta have insurance, because what if one of the kids get hurt, right? Here is their tax form for 2023 return. They have exemption. They have a 990, just like Umar's got a 990, but he ain't doing nothing real with his. And then on Umar's 990, he didn't really show all of his money, his prior year money and current, but they show everything here to the right. Everything is right there for everyone to see. They're very transparent with their records. Tax filings and audits by year, 2024. The 990 is information returning that the most organized claiming financial tax exemption status. Revenue, as I said before, we got $8,235,182. Expenses, I went over those already. They were transparent with their records. Here is a breakdown, fiscal year of 2025 budget for Chuckaucha Hills Charter School right now, everybody. Check this out. Instructions. This is all their expenses this is all their functioning expenses, all laid out for you. School administrator, educational media services, instructional staff training, improving instructional services, pupil services for the kids, safety and security, state school security grants, hygiene products for the kids, 3% administrative costs for district, 3.75% funding for federal programs exempted, titled. They lay it all out. They're not hiding anything, but Umar hides everything, everybody. Federal allocation. Now, it's a charter school, so they're getting some federal money, but damn it, they're doing something that Umar is not even trying to do. We got my sister Monica, who's just come in the house, gave me a beautiful super chat, so let me put her on the board. Appreciate you, sister. And she says this right here. She says, Monica, the beautiful Monica says, UJ claimed, Umar Johnson claims he does not want help from the white people, but he uses white people's banks, technology, and everything else. Right, but check this out, sister. Not only does he do that, but remember, he was taking pictures with white folks when he got his little book signing. Remember this picture right here, Monica? Boom. Look at that. Mr. Black Power Man.
Tell the truth.
power. Black power, man. Black power man says snow bunnies never, but black queens forever. But he said he wanted a white woman in the movie Awakening. He wanted to have a love scene.
For Black Queen, what is that? Black Queen, Snow Bunny Never. We all know him for that signature thing. He wanted me to have a love scene with a white woman. And I'm like, nah.
Black power man. Black power man. Black power man says snow bunnies never, black queens forever. But he got caught telling Miss Mary Ann that he wanted a white girl in the movie. Black power man. Black power man. Black power man. Now you're busted. You're busted right here with white girl back in the day. With white girl back in the day. Black power man. Black power man. Black power man. Black power man, everybody. Woo! Busted. Busted. Now. I thank you, Lisa Johnson. I thank y'all. Excuse me. Oh, let me have some water myself. She says I'm 100% tonight. And look, y'all know when I do these Umar Johnson videos, y'all know I'm gonna put my feet in it. Okay, y'all know I'm gonna go all in. Nobody's been doing many videos about him lately because he's been quiet. But I feel that he's quiet because, as I said in the beginning, we don't have documentation that the man has A, real payment plan, B, that he's paid off those buildings. There's no records that I looked up to find, nothing. Honor said that could be true, and we'll have to wait and see. He's been quiet, no videos. Why has he been quiet? What's going on? From the Black Power man. Now, everybody, as we get close to conclusion, let me put this up right here for the Black Power man. Short answer, it depends. Now, this is about building a school in Wilmington. This is what I found out doing research in Wilmington. Short answer, depending on a lot of size of building conditions and staffing, but expect roughly $250,000 to $1 million in one-time setup or startup costs and $5,000 plus year in operating costs for a small school of 50 students. In the schools in Wilmington, a large school would be 150, 300 students. So if Umar starts with 20 students, 15 students, 20 students, 50 students, his cost would have went down. So if he would have went with 50 students, do you know what the money that he's earned, or no, not that he earned, that he's collected from black people, right? This right here, the $1,677,860. With that money he's collected, he could have opened up a school in one of those buildings for what? With just 50 students, and his cost in the beginning would be low, and he could have started off slow. I bet that brother out there in Georgia at the Chuckanoocha School, charter school, I bet you he started with a small number of students and built himself up or the school up since 2012. He did this since 2012. Look at what he's got. He's got Packers and he's got animals. He's got nature out there. They got science classes. And since 2012, and Umar told you in 2013 that the FDMG Academy, Marcus Garvey Academy would be open, and we got nothing. All we got to show for is some broken down buildings still. This man lying about HVAC. Remember how he lied about HVAC? It's all BS. And now he's quiet. How can you be quiet when you got a school, according to you, to build? And then Umar has the nerve to go on people's podcasts and say these things. Remember this video right here? Here we go.
Yeah. You know, although there are some people who go into the ministry for the purpose of serving the Lord, most people go into politics and religion to serve themselves.
Got you. Okay.
In equal numbers, you think in equal numbers, people going into politics are the equal number or equal rate as people going into religion to serve themselves?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
And if you disagree with that, show me
a concrete, practical benefit of black religion in Canada that our people have realized in the past 30 years? Something significant.
I'd say Crawford. So Crawford Adventist Church.
What have they done? Give me the result. I don't need
the
to know
result. So basically, there's a school in Toronto called Crawford. I went to the school.
Okay.
95% black. Okay. Some people at the school, black teachers as well, and they have about a 95% graduation rate.
Okay.
As well.
How long has Crawford been in existence?
Well over 30 years.
Okay. And how many students go to the school?
Adventist school from grade 1 to 12. I'd say about 200 to 300 kids.
I appreciate the fact that they have a school.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here goes Umar. Watch what he's going to say here.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering now, after 30 years, why do you only have one school?
Did you hear what Umar just said? This is that podcast that he went on in Canada where he was yelling and screaming at them brothers in Canada. The brother was talking about how they have this school that's very successful. Instead of Umar being very happy and supportive of them having a school that is successful, he has the nerve to say, why is it that they only have one school in 30 years? Now, there could be a lot of reasons that they're expensive to run, right? But how you going to question this man about why they only have one school when you've got no school? When you can't get off the ground what you got in Wilmington? When you've had those buildings for way over 10, you've had those buildings for damn near 7 years, and you've been running this scam close to 20 and taking money from black folks all these years, and got the nerve to say to this man, why only one?
My second question to you, do I have to be a Christian to go to that school?
No.
Okay. Okay.
I'd say Crawford. So Crawford Adventist Church.
What have they done? Give me the result. I don't need
the
to know
result. So
he's got the nerve to tell this man to give me the results as if Umar has any results. I just wanted to play a little bit of that because he's a big fat hypocrite. He does not have any real solutions or a real program. Let me show you somebody that's my brother. He's on YouTube. He has a street media TV YouTube channel, and he also lives in Philadelphia. He has a nonprofit, the Urban Nerds Worldwide. Go to that website. You get some beautiful merch. You're supporting the program. He has a real 503c as well. He doesn't play games. He's not dry begging black people, but he does the work. He has a channel called Urban Nerds Worldwide. He has another channel for the Urban Nerd Worldwide channel where he shows you the work he's doing with the youth. And his attitude is that he wants to get rid of the nigga attitude or mindset and replace that with the black nerd mindset, that we need to go above that type of mindset. Let me let my brother George Macomb speak for himself right here.
Yeah, man, I'm here in the hood in Southwest Philadelphia, man. We out here trying to save life, save souls. We trying to change the mindset of the youth. We say urban nerds, not urban shooters. We say death to the real nigga. We not talking about killing any niggas. We talking about killing that nigga mind, consciousness in the minds. We say, we lift up our hoodies and we say nerds over niggas, right? We want to bring black intelligence back to the community, man. We want to raise up our young boys and teach them that they can be something other than being a so-called nigga, man. We want to change the mindset of the youth, man. In every city across America, man, urban nerds is coming, man. A lot of our kids, they jump off the porch early, man. They jump off the porch. These young black boys, they jumping off the porch into an unforgiving world, man. An unforgiving world. And a lot of them is not mentally ready for this culture, this deaf culture that we celebrate in the community that we come from. So we created Urban Nerds to save souls, to save lives, man. And we teach young black boys to go out and start saving the lives of young kids at their age. We want to be a light in a dark room. We want to be a clean glass next to a dirty glass, man. So look for Urban Nerds coming to a city near you. Peace.
Right on. That's my man. Everybody has been great doing this show today. I hope you're doing fine. I hope I was able to add something to what the hell is going on with Umar Johnson. Where is he? What is he doing? What's happening? There's something going on because he's been very quiet, and you know that Umar is a very boastful person. And I'm going to say again, if Umar did pay off those buildings, And if Umar did have a payment plan, because of how narcissistic he is, I believe Umar would have already told us in his own way, the way he normally does. I believe he would have gone on social media. He would have braggadocious about how the haters thought that I was down for the count, but I'm not down for the count, family. I have paid the buildings off. Everything is okay. Nobody can hold Umar Johnson down. Nobody can stop me, family. I am the greatest psychologist that has ever lived. According to Umar Johnson. Y'all take care, everybody. Peace. I appreciate everybody in the chat room. Thank you. Share the video in all of your social media. Peace. Umar Johnson.
Let her know, I gotta let her know that she my white horse.
Thank you, everybody.
She like my baby mama, know how to take care of me. Give my baby pride.
Woo.
You gonna regret every day. So I let her know, gotta let her know. Came through the front door, I'll be ready for.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me say peace and respect to my brother Yaupo, who's been rocking with me for a long time. Miss Independent. Sinner is here. I said Stunner. I'm sorry about that, ma'am. Sinner is here saying thank you for another fire live stream. Lisa Johnson, thank you for being here. Lady Luck Club, we got to do a collaboration, my sister. Like, I'm glad you came over. Last call, thank you for coming over, brother. Umar just went off on a BLM lately. Wow. We got Pet's turn on is here. What's going on, Pet? Nubian God. S. Traver, what's going on? Keith Cunningham came in the house. Everybody, thank you for your support. Alicia, doing a great job as a mod. Everybody, thank you. Harrison, thank you, Harrison. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy your day and your evening, should I say. Here we go. Woo!
Feel it, baby. Stress is
Umar be
all
flying
around
all
us.
over the
These
world,
ceilings
y'all.
And I need it, baby. Pressure at McDonald's, I won't steal it, baby. Silent, baby. Hurts to see you crying. Know
Hope
you
y'all like the
trying.
beat.
Ain't no lying, baby. When I say I need you, greedy if I have to share you. It was me that all along did you wrong. Thinking that I made you beautiful and strong. This toxicity, the death of me. I fear the day you gone. The most beautiful girl I've ever known. I'll find a way to treat you better. I swear there's no one out there like you. You teach me to be better. My talk is cheap, keep asking what I do. I'll fly you to the moon and hope I'll see you soon. I'll find a way to treat you.
Where's the school, Umar?
No problem, I'll do whatever. Let her know, I gotta let her know that she my white horse, she my medical. She like my baby mama, know how to take care of me. Give my baby problems, you gon' regret every day. So I let her know, gotta let her know. Came through the front door, I'll be ready for her. And if it's what you want, I'ma give it to you. Yeah, promise, I'ma give it to you. La, 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 la.
Before I continue with my message, thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the Cash App. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister. Before I continue this message, donations. Donate.
You are listening to Information Man. Please be sure to subscribe to his channel.
Let her know, I gotta let her know that she my white horse, she my medical. She like my baby mama, know how to take care of me. Give my baby problems, you gon' regret every day. So I let her know, gotta let her know. Came through the front door, I'll be ready for her. And if it's what you want, I'ma give it to you. Yeah, promise, I'ma give it to you. Miss that smile, Lord knows I ain't seen that in a while, but it's your style. So something must be up keeping you down. You a queen that must be heaven sent. Pray my soul, I must repent for not telling you what I meant and how I felt. Honestly, I'm used to throwing wishes in a well. My conscience tells me that I could.
Hey, thank you. I see you there, brother Jones. Thank you for coming through. Thank you. Joe, I see you coming through. Everybody. Oh, Ben Rock. Ben, BENROCC. Much respect to you too. Everybody, have a good evening.
Take care of me, give my baby problems. You gon' regret every day. So I let her know, gotta let her know. Came through the front door, I'll be ready for her. And if it's what you want, I'ma give it to you. Yeah, promise, I'ma give it to you.
BS3 Network is now on Roku TV under BS3 TV. Download today. BS3 Network, changing the way you listen to podcasts. BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV. You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
It was me that all along did you wrong, thinking that I made you beautiful and strong. This toxicity, the death of me, I fear the day you've gone. The most beautiful girl I've ever known. I'll find a way to treat you better. I swear there's no one out there like you.
Tell the truth.
Teach me to be better. My talk is cheap, keep asking what I do. I'll fly you to the moon and hope I'll see you soon. I'll find a way to treat you better. No problem, I'll do whatever. Let her know, I gotta let her know that she my white horse, she my medical. Like my baby mama.